What's your plan like after? Like, how do you get into game design, like job wise? I've always thought about that.
Well, right now it depends on like which company you want to work for. So like indie companies are doing really, really good, and a lot of Japanese companies are doing really good. But all the AAA's over here are really shit. They're all
Yeah.
decreasing
You have to
really
like
bad.
crunch those hours and go fucking
Yeah.
crazy, dude.
Yeah,
Well,
and all
it's
their
be-
games suck.
Yeah,
so.
well, it's because they base all their game stuff off stockholders, and when
Mhm.
they want to have the game out and stuff, so they have to crunch all these hours, and then by the time the game wants to come out, or by the time they want the game to come out, it's just not ready, so
Yeah.
they have to release it anyway.
And then there's a big problem too with like a toxic positivity kind of thing where they can't talk out about a game if they decide to
Yeah.
add things that maybe aren't so good for the game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so
You
You
have
have
to-
to
it's a
like
problem,
blindly
too.
support everything.
A lot of
Mhm.
companies make you sign NDAs to make sure
Yeah.
all that stuff is not released and whatnot. Yeah,
Because now you see
I
like
get it.
Assassin's Creed, that's not doing very good right now. People are pretty pissed off about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The whole Concord thing that went
Ubisoft
down.
makes that, don't
Mhm.
they? Yeah.
All the Concord stuff, they lost like $400 million.
Jesus.
Rockstar was in hot water not too long ago because they make their fucking employees work like crazy
They all do.
hours.
Yeah.
That's
Dude.
crazy.
It's insane.
Yeah, you're working like 12, 16-hour days for a couple months just to
dude.
get a game out.
Not
Yeah,
seeing
it's
your
crazy.
family. It's
No.
not like you're at war or anything.
Mm-mm.
You're just
No,
straight
you're-
up sitting
and
there at a
it, like,
computer just.
It's
Yeah.
not being healthy. You're just sitting in front of a computer all day. Like
Oh, dude.
a lot of those people just die at a young age.
I
just
bet that shit
because-
fries your brain.
Oh, I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised.
I'll sit at my computer for like a day and be like, oh, I feel so gross.
I'll bet
Like
it's-
I feel
Yeah,
bad.
yeah. It's a lot of fun though. I enjoy it. I don't think I'd want to do it 16 hours a day.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd want to do
definitely.
anything 16 hours a day, no matter how much I love it.
No.
So are you thinking of just going to like an indie company
Either
after
indie
that?
or I am looking at moving to a different country once I'm done and going
Ooh.
to
Like
or
Japan?
something.
Yeah.
That or somewhere in Europe, but
Yeah.
probably Japan.
Japan would be so sick. Like Tokyo specifically.
Just depends on I guess where I can find work and where I get in initially
Yeah.
because you have to go jump through a lot of hoops to be able to live there. And
Yeah.
So if I want to get there easily, it'd be like an English teacher. Wherever they put you, then you have to wait a year until your contract's up.
That makes sense.
Then you can kind of go do what you want.
Yeah.
Nice.
That wouldn't be a bad process of going about it, though.
I'm
Not at
excited.
all.
Just a matter of like getting the money, saving up,
No.
not wanting
Yeah.
to go in there and have no money when I'm living over there.
Exactly. Yeah. You don't want to be broke in a different country.
Yeah.
And so
That shit would suck, especially if you're planning on like living there.
yeah, especially if I want to live there like long term, if that's what I decide to do.
Yeah. Because if you get in a hole, it's like fucked.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, can you guys send me money? I'm yeah,
Dude,
send it to this
fuck.
bank from your bank, and I have to sign all this paperwork.
Tweak ass process. Oh yeah.
A lot of
dude, fuck
paperwork over and
that.
stuff too. And so
Is that why you went to Japan, just to like check it out?
yeah, I was like, well, I want to live here, but do I want to live here? And
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
went down there with a buddy, and we stayed for like 2 weeks, and then but Tokyo honestly was our least favorite. Other than all the
Really?
places we went to, and then we kind of went around, and we really, really loved it.
Where'd you go besides Tokyo?
We went to Tokyo. We went to Osaka. We went to Hakone, which is like a more rural kind of area around like Mount Fuji. We did that stuff, and then we went to Sendai, and then back to Tokyo.
That's pretty cool, dude.
A lot of fun.
Little Japan trip.
Pretty expensive Japan trip.
Oh, I
yeah.
bet. How much did that cost, if you don't mind me asking?
It was like $3,500.
That's not horrible.
No.
Considering we ate all the food there, much as we wanted. Went to all sorts of different convenience stores. We went across the country twice by train.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Oh yeah.
Did you go on like one of those bullet trains?
Oh yeah,
Fast
twice.
as shit.
They're cool. They're
I
cool.
bet,
They're
dude.
comfortable too.
Because you're going, what, 200 miles an hour or something?
It's something like that, yeah.
That's crazy.
Fucking wild. I couldn't imagine, dude.
It was fun.
Genuinely.
Yeah. The only thing was hard was trying to buy tickets and shit.
How
Didn't,
long
like,
was
ask
that
people to help.
flight?
16 hours. And that was just the flight from Vancouver to Japan. That wasn't getting from here to Vancouver.
Jesus,
So
dude.
it would have been like a 24-hour flight all in all.
Damn.
That's so fucked.
Did you fly from Butte or like you go to Bozeman
No, I
or
went to
something?
Missoula for that because
Oh,
that was
yeah.
cheapest, and it was like
Yeah.
$1,600, $1,700. That was where most of the cost came from. Was just the ticket
The
to get there.
flying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you didn't end up spending too much money like while you were
While we were
actually
there,
over
no, like that includes hotels and everything.
It's pretty
It was
cheap over there.
$1,200, yeah. Oh yeah, the food's so cheap.
I hear their economy recently just took like a huge
Like, it's in the
fucking
shitter,
shit
right?
too, dude. Like
but then
hard.
you compare it to us, where like their houses for like 2,000 to 3,000 square feet, it's like $150,000.
That's
Can
not
you imagine
bad.
that?
Fuck.
Can you imagine that here? Holy
So
shit!
sick.
So much money.
And like money goes a long way. So if I did end up working at a company here and I was able to do remote, my money would go a lot further too.
Oh yeah, dude.
And so
That would be crazy. You'd be rich in Japan.
yeah, and like the food's cheap and it's actually healthy. And I actually
Yeah,
I felt
dude.
so good while I was there.
I bet.
Just walking all day and eating all
Yeah.
Do they really have vending machines for everything?
fucking everywhere, dude. Every
Everything.
corner, everything you could think of. They have
That's
dating
wild.
vending machines. they have
Dating
food.
vending
Whoa.
machines.
You can like buy like a blind date out of a vending machine.
Just a woman just comes out.
That'd
yeah.
be
That'd
so
be
funny.
crazy.
Just
dude.
select one, it opens up, and she just comes out like, "Hello."
Yeah. And there's like a cool trust system, so you can. There's like cigarette vending machines.
Yeah.
And you don't have to have an ID or nothing. You can just buy them. Alcohol too. Like,
Damn.
people just don't
Nice.
use them if they're underage.
Just
how it is.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and they just
Too
don't
much
do it.
respect.
Yeah.
Fuck, bro.
So my buddy kept buying cigarettes out of there.
That's a
It's fucking
different
awesome.
world than over here, man.
It is.
Genuinely.
It is.
I couldn't imagine.
It was a lot of
Japan's
fun.
always been one of my favorite places, dude.
It was really, really cool. I'm glad I went. I'm excited to hopefully live there. So see how
Yeah.
it goes.
That'd be
What's the
very awesome.
timeline for that? How much longer do you have left in school?
I graduate in May, and I might stay one more year, save up a bunch of money,
Figure out some stuff.
and then we'll just try to get as much money as I can, and then go
Yeah, smart.
from there.
Nice.
And, like,
That'll be sick, dude.
learning the language and stuff too, and getting that in.
That'll be crazy.
It's been fun.
It's such an interesting route in life to take too. Definitely find out some cool shit about yourself on the way, no doubt.
That's the biggest thing. I just want to travel. I don't want to.
Yeah.
The U.S. is cool, but
Yeah.
I want the healthy food. I want the
Yeah.
cheap
Yeah,
houses.
dude. The U. I feel like it's going downhill a little
Because
bit.
our economy looks good on paper, but it's all going to the top, and then the middle class gets fucked. And
No. It's not a good system.
So, no, not right now.
Definitely not.
No, it's all.
Would you ever go to a place like Korea or China?
Maybe not North Korea.
Not North Korea.
See, they're letting people visit there, right? And that'd be kinda
Dude,
cool.
I would totally
That'd be kinda
visit North
cool.
Korea.
But South Korea, I've looked into. I've looked into a lot of Europe. I think a lot of Europe would be really, really cool. And China, I don't know. Depends.
Where at in Europe?
Well, I'm Czech, so I think it'd be cool to check out the Czech Republic.
That would be cool.
That's where my dad's side's from. I
Oh
think-
damn,
Nice.
that's
think
pretty
it-
unique.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what booming is. And I think
Makes sense.
Italy would be really cool.
Boobinator.
Yeah. Means drum.
Yeah, dude. Wild.
And then I think Italy would be cool. Spain would be cool. Germany would be cool. You could. It's like you take an hour train and you're in a different country.
Oh,
Like,
dude,
so
that's like the
fucking sick.
cool-
Awesome.
That's why Europe's like the coolest continent to me. So
It's-
much culture just like
Yeah.
right by
Anywhere you
each other,
wanna
stacked
go.
on top of it.
Yeah.
Shit's wild.
So many different countries just right next to each other, and they have that U-Rail thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can just buy a U-Rail pass and go
Rail.
pretty much everywhere around Europe.
Yeah.
Crazy, dude.
And then they all have their. Other than the UK, they all are like within talks. Like you can. One passport can get you anywhere in Europe.
Yeah.
So that's cool too. You don't have to
Oh,
jump through a
nice.
lot of hoops.
Mhm.
Just show them your passport that you're from Europe and you're set.
That shit's so sick. What about Russia? Did you ever go to Russia?
Russia's pretty cool. I mean, obviously, people don't like it very much right now,
Yeah.
understandably, but it is a pretty cool place.
It has a lot of history,
It
A lot of
does.
crazy
I'd love
culture.
to visit it. Yeah.
especially Moscow. Check out the Kremlin.
Mm-hmm.
Kremlin
yeah,
seems
yeah.
like it'd be so fucking sick.
Oh
dude.
yeah.
So much of Russia seems very cool too. I think it'd be cool. Like
Anytime I see Russian movies, I'm always like, damn, dude. If
That's
only it
true.
wasn't so like fucking. I feel like that's all propaganda though.
just as long as you don't talk shit about Putin, you're pretty much fine over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess so.
It's so funny though that if you talk shit on Putin, it's just like
Same thing in
Capped.
China, right?
You go
can't
missing.
you can't even
Ugh.
bring Winnie the Pooh into China, or else you get in trouble. So
you know. China's a wild place, dude.
Yeah.
their dog eating festivals and stuff.
Dude.
Yeah.
Would you pull up?
No, I mean, I wouldn't need it. I couldn't.
But would you pull up to see what it's like?
I could do that. Yeah. 'Cause,
Clint,
like, I
would
mean, you want
you?
to see it,
I'd,
right?
I'd go see what it's like.
Because it's
Yeah.
happening whether you see it or not.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen no matter what.
Yeah.
Might as well go watch.
Might as well try to humanize the people there, even if you don't necessarily like
Exactly.
what they do.
I wonder how truly common it is over there.
I
They
I
do have that
wonder.
festival, and so I don't
I've
know.
heard some things that it's not that common, but I've also heard different things that it's
The way I
extremely
look at
common.
it, like I don't know who explained it this way, but I heard it explained this way, and like this is the way I think about it every time now. They're like, you know how over in India they would worship cows,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's the same thing.
and they
yeah,
think
it's
like
the same thing. Yeah.
so fucked up the weed cows. They look
Yeah.
at us like, horrible, crazy,
Mhm.
horrible people.
Yeah, and the same thing in Japan. They eat horse there.
Yeah.
Over here,
Mhm.
that's crazy. But
Yeah.
over there, there's a reason for it. It's
Yeah.
because,
It just makes sense.
yeah, they used to ride horses everywhere. And
Yeah.
then cars became a thing. They started importing them. They had all these horses. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck do we do with these?
Exactly.
Oh, I guess we eat them.
Like
Yeah.
if you came to us and you were like, "Hey, what the fuck are you eating a cow?" It's like, "Why aren't you, dude?
Yeah.
Shit's gas." But that's how Chinese people feel about cats and dogs.
That's
true.
what he was saying. It's like it's not gonna stop just by us watching it. So why won't we just go watch it?
Like, I might not
it's gonna
partake,
happen.
but
It's gonna happen no matter what. That's part of their culture. They're gonna do it. So
even in Korea, didn't they not ban it until like 2015, 2016? Sort of South.
I didn't even know they banned it.
It was like 2015, 2016, I thought.
Makes
Maybe a little
sense.
bit later. but
guaranteed,
around
there's
there.
people there. that
Would you
still do it.
rather eat a cat or a dog if you had to pick?
If I had to pick, probably a cat.
Really?
Like if I was
Yeah,
like
rather.
gun to head cat.
Okay.
See,
First
I'm a
week-
cat person, so I'd have to eat the dog.
I'd have to go with
I'm-
the dog too.
I'm a dog person, I'd say, but I'm thinking about it in this way too. Cats are smaller as well.
So you guys are thinking of this in like the moral way. I'm thinking
Oh.
of it in like the what would
delicious
taste
way?
better way. Yeah.
Oh, which would taste better? Probably a
Probably
dog.
a
Probably
dog.
dog.
Yeah, probably a
Probably,
dog.
probably a
they, have,
dog.
they have a dog eating festival.
a really
not a cat
bad
eating
conversation.
competition.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
Okay. We'll
No,
move,
no.
moving on. Dude, I haven't seen you since middle school, dude. It's been crazy, bro.
I know. We never really talked in high school at all.
I know, dude. It's crazy how you just like drift, go your own little way, you know?
Yeah, I feel like my reputation probably wasn't very good. Dressed like a bum, act like a bum. But it is
That's
what it
okay.
is,
Who
you know?
gives
I
a
did that
shit?
for like
Yeah.
the first 3 years of high school.
Yeah,
too,
I thought
so.
Clint was a bum when I first met him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Not a bad reputation to have.
Sweatshirt, sweatpants every day, baby.
Yeah, dude.
Big
He's
ol'
still
fucking
he's
backpack.
still on
I
that
still do
vibe,
it,
dude. Yeah.
I don't care. I like it.
I respect it. Genuinely.
I decided once I graduated, I'm like, I want to like dress nice. I want to start taking life more seriously, and so
Yeah.
that's what I started doing.
Dude, I was going through like our like old save chats when I hit you up and it's just like, yo, are you skipping
Yeah,
school today?
it was so
Yeah,
funny.
yeah,
He was
yeah.
reading it to me. It's like every few weeks. Hey, you skipping school today? Hey,
Yeah.
you skipping school today?
So we'd advise you together. Whenever he wasn't there, I'm like, oh, he's skipping. He's not
Yeah,
sick.
dude.
Fucker ain't sick.
I didn't realize I skipped so much in middle school, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking shit.
I'm like, who am I
Dude.
supposed to talk to now?
Yeah, dude.
I bet if I checked, I bet I skipped a lot of middle school too. Because I just remember always telling my mom, yeah, I don't want to go today. And her being like, okay. And then I just wouldn't go.
This kid went to fucking Central.
Yeah.
Private school, fuck.
Yeah.
Till high
Catholics.
school, yeah.
Unreal.
I know my mom was always like, you get a couple days a year where you can kind of be like, I don't want to go. And I was like, okay. And I always use that when like games came out. I was like, I'm gonna fucking skip today. I'm gonna fucking skip
Yeah.
Fair.
Other
Yeah,
than
no,
that, I
dude.
was pretty straight and narrow, honors and all that.
Once I hit middle school, I started being like the biggest piece of shit when it came to grades, dude. It was so bad.
Yeah, that was me when I went to Butte High. Yeah. I
Yeah,
just
makes
stopped
sense.
Stopped caring. It
Checks
was like,
out.
I know I'm probably gonna graduate either way, so who cares?
Checks out. Butte High
Good.
was a joke, dude.
Yeah.
For real.
It was not my favorite, that's for damn sure. I like the people a lot more now than I do back then.
What do you mean?
Like once you graduate, you kind of actually are a person. Before that,
Yeah.
you're just trying to like project who you wanna be.
Yeah.
You're not trying to be popular.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Yeah.
trying to
Out a
be
lot.
like it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's fucking. Ugh.
Everybody's
And I-
trying to find themselves in high school, and
Yeah.
after high school, everybody.
Well, they're trying to find the self. They're trying to find the self that everyone else likes. And I'm not-
Exactly.
and that's not
Yeah.
fun. But then once you graduate, people
You,
give
It's
a
like,
you
who-
realize
yeah.
who cares.
Who
Yeah,
gives
like,
a shit?
Who cares? Like after high school, you basically lose all those friends anyway because
Yeah.
they all go do their own shit. So you're like, what
keep
did
in
I
touch
spend all
with-
this time for?
I hang out with one person.
Yeah,
after
me
I
too.
graduate.
Yeah.
I hang out with him.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
Yep.
only one person. Other than that, it's like fuck that. If anyone wanted to hit me up like this, I'm like hell yeah. Especially if I
Yeah.
liked you back then, I'm like yeah, let's do it.
That's how I
Yeah.
am. If somebody hits me up, I'll be like, hell yeah, I'll do it. But if
Let's hang
not,
out.
I'm perfectly fine just hanging out with Michael,
Mhm.
chilling, doing nothing. I
Yeah.
don't really care.
I feel that.
Yeah, dude. It's crazy how everybody kind of takes that same course. Like once you get past like that fucking awkward social phase of life where you're kind of forced to be within a social environment that you may or may not fit into. You know what I mean? You just kind of like get to like be yourself. Such
Yeah.
like a relieving feeling. You know what I mean?
Especially now, like I work and stuff, and I feel like I got a lot more confident after being in work for a long time and just
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
give a fuck.
Where do you work?
UPS.
How's that?
It's
What-
honestly not bad.
What do you do at UPS?
I'm a preloader.
Oh,
so I
okay.
load early in the mornings.
I used to do that. I did it for the winter time. I did
Peak.
it like like 3 years ago
Yeah,
during
yeah.
the wintertime stuff,
Yeah.
during the peak season.
Yep.
It was ass, but it paid really well, and
Yeah.
it wasn't like the worst job ever,
Mm-mm.
you know.
We got our raise now too, so we're making
Yeah,
pretty good money.
I saw that on Indeed that even for just the seasonal work, they're paying like $23 an
Yeah.
hour right now. I was
Yeah.
like,
That's not
well,
bad.
I might sign up for that.
Are
really,
you
like-
doing that out in the industrial park?
Yeah.
I work out there too.
Do you?
Yep.
What are you doing?
Stericycle.
Ooh.
So much more
Yeah.
gay. So much more. Oh, dude.
Now you should come to UPS, man. I
Fuck.
mean, we're not
What are
hiring.
the hours are fucked, aren't they?
Like tomorrow I have to go in at like 3:30.
See, I'd rather
Yeah.
put 2
and then
bullets in my
it,
brain.
It's
during
fun.
during
like, once you
Chri-
get into it, once you get into
Yeah,
that morning
dur-
person routine.
yeah,
it's
once you're a
easier.
morning person, it's not bad.
I
But
couldn't,
the
dude.
one thing that made me mad about it was not mad about it was like I'd go to bed thinking I wouldn't go because they would do call-ins for all like especially during like
Yes,
Christmas week
yes.
and stuff like that. You would just get called in at whatever
Yeah.
time. I'd go to bed at like 9 or 10 and then get called at like 11.
Yeah.
And then I'd have to go in at 12
Midnight,
and
yeah.
I'd be like, oh,
It'd be
now
like
I have to be
12:01.
now I have to be here till 9 or 10 when everyone's done.
Yeah.
But it was good hours and pretty good money. So
Getting time and a half after 5 hours is nice.
oh yeah,
That's
yeah,
really
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
You get crazy
I
good
might-
health insurance, $10 copay, all that.
I've been thinking about signing up for UPS or FedEx, either one. But there's a few jobs out there that I looked at on Indeed today that are pretty interesting.
UPS, I think is better than FedEx. I think they pay better. They have better.
I think so.
stuff. It's just you get less hours, and that's what you want. But yeah, no, I like it a lot. I honestly don't hate it.
I do know after like kind of after January and stuff, the hours die down.
Yeah.
Does that affect the pay and
Oh,
stuff?
yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
Like when you're during peak, like you know, you're making 20 some bucks an hour, then you
Mhm.
get time and a half after 5 hours. You're there for 8 hours if you want, and I've been there for 2 years, so I have really high seniority. I can stay for like 10 hours if I want.
Ooh,
I can make really good money. But then yeah, during regular season, it's like 5 hours, maybe 4.5.
Yeah. See, you probably have to see. Well, I guess since you have a higher paying job too, I would only have to work a little bit, but
That's been fun, and like you get really good cardio.
oh
You
yeah,
get
oh yeah.
very strong very quickly because you have to.
You get
Yeah.
good. You get really good at Tetris too.
That's true.
I know that.
Yeah, your brain gets
Uh-huh.
different.
You sit there and figure out boxes for an
Mhm.
hour and a half while they're unloading trucks, and you're just like
Figure out the best way to lift everything.
goes there.
Yeah, and you figure out the best like how to organize things really well.
Mhm.
It's been good. It's a good
It was
job.
fun while I was there. I didn't mind it at all.
People most people there are really nice too.
Oh yeah, I liked all the people there when I worked there.
Yeah.
If it wasn't those hours, man, I'd do it.
It's not that bad. Once you get into it and you're like, I'm a morning person now.
He's just not though.
I'm not. I did Summit with him over the summer. 5 a.m. He had to be there, dude. I wanted to kill myself.
I had to wake him up practically every morning.
Well, I would
right
only
before I
get
would
like 3,
leave.
4 hours of sleep every night.
Well, it's like you're supposed to go to bed earlier now that you're going to
Can't.
up earlier, you know?
Can't.
Yeah.
My brain isn't on that wavelength, dude.
'Cause I used to be a big nighttime person, big night owl, and then I started doing this job, and I love getting up at like 5 a.m. Not even on the weekends, and cause that's late for me. 5 a.m. is late getting up, so that feels pretty good.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. See, like I'm doing 6 a.m.s right now. Just right where they need to be.
6 a.m. is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Get off at like 4:30, 4:10s.
yeah, no.
Not bad.
During peak, it's like, well, yeah, when during like the regular season, it's like 4:30 every day. You have to be into work, so you're getting up like 3:30. But then during peak, it's like 1 a.m.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Midnight.
see. I'd rather get my dick chopped off.
Oh, so you just sleep during the day and you get up and stay up all night. You
I
get
couldn't
home, you go
do
to
that,
bed.
dude. I couldn't do that. My brain would just go crazy.
It does after
There's
a
this-
while.
There's this one movie called it's something like Buster Scruggs or some shit. I don't know. It's like this movie about this dude with Rami Malek, that dude from
Mhm.
Mr. Robot.
I think I know what movie you're talking about.
I think
But
so.
the tale of like Buster Scruggs or some shit. And it's about this dude. It was one of Netflix's best movies. This dude who works at like this night shift for this hotel, right? He's just like a front desk person. He has like a family and shit. And this dude goes fucking crazy, right? Like fucking kills his wife, kills his kid, fucking runs off to some fucking remote part of Montana, right?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And like literally just fucking pulls up and breaks into different like people's vacation homes, cabins throughout like the winter, and just like steals shit and lives in the woods because he's crazy because he worked a night shift, dude. And ever since I've seen that fucking movie,
Figured that's what you'd do.
Yeah.
Millions of people in America and all around the world work night shifts and don't tend to do that.
I
That's
would.
like a literally 1 in probably 2-3 million chance that would
If
happen.
even.
I totally
even.
would.
You see the one guy, God, what? I don't remember. It was like in Missouri or something. Maybe it's Massachusetts, something like that. He like lived outside for like 6 years. Just like lived out in the woods.
See,
he
I'd
will-
rather do that than work a night shift.
And then he would like break in. There was like a summer camp, and he would steal some of their food, I think.
That's what I would do.
And then people thought it was like a monster or something, and they
Or a
found him. And they're like,
ghost.
"What the fuck? This guy's been living out here for years, and he just was enjoying himself."
I
Just
totally
liked life.
understand those people 100%.
I get it. Yeah.
I get it.
Want to get away from everything.
Like, you guys
Yeah.
seen that movie Into the Wild?
See, I don't really watch a lot of movies, so
That's
no.
fair.
I haven't
It's about
seen
this
that.
dude named Christopher McCandless, based off this true story. This dude who like grew up regular family. I don't know where the fuck he was from. Family did pretty well. They wanted him to go to law school and shit. He drove his car out to fucking some part of, I don't know. I think he drove to like Alaska or some shit. Some part of the remote wilderness, right? And just ditched his car and lived in the wild for like 3 months until he died because he ate poison berries.
That's how they get you.
But he
Sure.
died happy, I bet.
Shouldn't eat
The last
poison
picture
berries.
of him was like of him dying, but he's like sitting there smiling, like,
See, like for me, it's either I want to live in like a big city where there's lots of good food, lots of fun shit to do, or I want to live out in the middle of buttfuck nowhere where no one is around me at all, with like wife and kids. That's all I want. One or the other. I don't want in between small town stuff. I want
Yeah.
all or nothing.
me personally, I'm on like a suburb,
Mm.
not like a gay copy and paste suburb, right? But like a smaller city
Yeah.
on the outskirts of like a huge city.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like an outskirt of LA.
Or outskirts in
LA
New
is kind
York
of a
or
shithole.
something.
Yeah, something like that. Where like me personally, when I go home,
Mm.
I'm chilling. Doesn't feel like I'm fucking surrounded by 4 million people.
Insane amount.
But if I want to be surrounded by 4 million people, it's right over there.
See, I just want the good food, man. After you go to different places and you get all this, then you come back here and you're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I still think about the one time I went to LA when I was like 9 and had Benihanas.
It's
I was like,
insane.
holy fuck.
When I went to San Diego not too long ago, I had the best Mexican food I've ever had. Came back here, I'm like, what the fuck is
Did you
San
go to
Diego?
the zoo?
I did.
How was it?
I was sick. No, that day was actually crazy because we decided we were going to do the zoo and SeaWorld in the same day.
Damn, that's a hard day.
It was hard.
That's a hard
We got
day.
over 50,000 steps that day.
That's
Damn.
crazy.
And we like min-maxed the fuck out of the zoo. They let me be Map Boy, and I just
Me and my family
all the
did
great routes.
SeaWorld and San Diego Zoo on 2 separate days.
did you.
Yeah.
We went really early in the morning, did the whole zoo, then took a bus, got to SeaWorld, and we're there until like it closed at like 9-10 p.m. and then walked home.
What did you like more?
I don't know. I think sea creatures are fucking cool.
Me
Like
too.
having a
Yeah.
big
but
killer whale.
I
and
just
stuff.
like the zoo more.
The zoo is cool.
SeaWorld
Like-
isn't what it's hyped up to be, in my opinion.
See, I'm not really much for amusement park rides, and so I just wanted to see all the cool animals and stuff.
I'm a
That's why
big
he
amusement
hated
park
it.
ride
Yeah.
guy.
So you like the amusement park?
I'm a big roller coaster guy.
Yeah. Have you ever been to
I'm a
like
big
Lagoon or anything?
Nope, but I've been
You
to
should go.
Disneyland.
You should go to
Is it?
Lagoon. Lagoon's fun as fuck.
Man,
I might.
it's a lot closer.
You should.
too.
I might.
Should.
I want to go to Disney World.
It's not all it's cracked up to.
Yeah.
Really?
Unless you have like a fast
There's
pass.
so many people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate it. You know what the
Shit,
cheat code
so
to that is?
expensive.
I went one time when I was 9, right?
You had
Wait,
a
no, I was
handicapped
11 this
person
time.
with you.
And we had a handicapped
Yeah.
person with us, and I pushed him in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
We skipped every fucking line.
Yeah.
We skipped the fast pass people.
Yeah. That's pretty. Yeah.
Get a wheelchair, pretend to be fucking handicapped, let them put you in the rides. No
Stuff is
fucking
you could do.
problem. If you want to go to Disneyland and have a great time, commit a moral
More
bad
decency,
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely could.
Not
I think
yeah.
the Coke
worth
store
it.
was pretty cool. I got a Coke bucket hat. That was pretty badass.
That is pretty
Coke
cool.
store was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was about all I cared about.
That's fair.
I think it was so damn expensive.
Yeah, dude. That's the thing about it.
You get like a school lunch meal and it's like $25. You're like, what the fuck? You
And
get
like if you
shitty
want any
cheeseburger.
actual like good food,
the
it would
lines
cost
are
like
insanely
oh
long.
my fucking
It's like $50. You want to get in any of the rides? Well,
Yep. The lines, the worst thing, man.
It's
oh
horrible.
my fucking
yeah,
God.
no, I couldn't do it.
When I went to Disneyland, one of my favorite ones was like the house you would walk into, and the whole floor of the house would just lower
Oh,
down
dang.
into the ground. It was so fucking cool. That's all I remember from it, though. So I bet the rest of it was pretty stupid.
It was just like, it's cool to see this like insane ecosystem of buses and trams and
Yeah.
trains on this one. That's just an amusement park,
Mm-hmm.
and all these different crazy, different looking attractions, like Action
Yeah.
Pop and Epcot and
Yeah.
the Boulevard.
It's
and
just
everything.
like a huge interactive art exhibit when you really
Yeah.
think about it.
Like that
Yeah.
part was cool.
A
seeing,
huge
like, look at what people
interactive.
can do, and you see this hotel, and it's huge.
Dude.
It's massive.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And like that
dude.
stuff is super, super cool. But the actual rides, not worth it.
I mean, a lot of it too is feats of engineering.
Yeah,
You
that's a
know
big
what I
part. That's
mean?
like what I enjoyed most about it.
Like
That-
it's fucking.
That's why I love
crazy.
I've never been to Disneyland or Disney World or anything. I've only really ever been to Lagoon. I think I've been to, I've been to Silverwood too. But Lagoon I really love Lagoon because there's just so many good roller coasters and cool rides there, and they're always adding new shit. I remember there's that one now. It's like a mountain. I remember I was there the year they added that. Oh, it was so cool. It
Those
was
lines are probably
because
crazy.
yeah, well, the line was crazy, but you go in and then there's like this big roller coaster cup thing that you sit in, and you just go in and you get elevated up this mountain. It was so cool,
I
and you're
bet,
just
dude.
like, damn, I can't believe somebody built this.
Yeah,
It's so
like
cool.
It's safe and people don't just
Yeah,
die.
you don't just get flung off every
Yeah.
time. Like that's crazy.
amusement parks really are like the craziest like entertainment thing that
Oh,
we got.
yeah.
Still, you know.
Most definitely.
One of the craziest things about like Disneyland type places to me is like a lot of like the places you'll be waiting in line, like they like did things like added like little like mini attractions too. Like a lot of the Star Wars rides you would go on there, right? All the lines, like you'd be waiting in like buildings that were specifically meant for like just long
Waiting.
lines.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there'd be like little like CP3O, fucking C3PO robots walking around and this and that, dude. Like
That's the
fucking
Disney way, man.
TVs on the walls, bro. And it's like, holy fuck,
That's
dude.
why Disney's
Most of
worth
this
more money
building-
than pretty much anything. Right
But then you
now.
have these crazy fucking Disney adults. Those are the worst.
There was this one girl I knew in middle school and high school, dude.
Mm.
I won't say her name, but her parents had a room in their house dedicated to Mickey Mouse and like just Disney stuff. Because they would go
Creepy.
to Disneyland every
I think I know what you're
single
talking about. Yeah.
year.
Fuck that.
S?
Yeah.
Yep.
creepy.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane.
It's
dude.
wild, isn't
And
it?
It's like why?
It's
I don't
like,
know.
yo, the amount of money that these people have given to the Disney Corporation is why they're so fucking evil.
Well, then they keep charging more and more every year. People just keep going.
Then they start doing like crazy weird shit, like that shit recently where like somebody ate something from one of their restaurants. They were like, "Hey, I have an allergy to this," and they were like, "Okay."
Oh yeah,
And they brought them something that had that thing in it. They fucking died. They were like, "We're gonna sue." And Disney like looked up some
Because
shit, and they
they
were
had
like,
it-
yes.
they were like, actually, you signed up for a
Disney
free
Plus.
trial of Disney Plus 2 years ago, and in that contract where you hit agree, it says that if you died or got hurt at a Disney attraction, that we
That
were
is
not
insane.
liable.
Yeah, it was, it was
So-
a guy's wife. His wife died.
And it's like, yo, dude, Disney, that is like straight up like some.
because they don't care.
That is some Disney movie villain shit.
Yeah.
Dude, they don't care. When you see all these companies and they're rainbows during June, and then in Middle East they're not, they don't care. If all of a sudden tomorrow America said, "Hey, we're actually Nazis now," all those companies would be like, "Oh shit, we're Nazis now." Anyways, you guys are
Yeah.
gonna, you guys are gonna
That
keep
makes
buying
our
Starbucks,
business
right?
a lot easier to run.
Yeah, you guys are gonna keep making Starbucks. You guys are gonna keep buying Starbucks, though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, but tomorrow we're gay again. Okay, well then
Okay.
we're rainbow again tomorrow. But you guys are gonna keep buying Starbucks, right?
Straight up.
And that's all it is. They don't care.
They just
It's
want
so
that money.
funny.
Yeah, that's all they care about.
Disney's the funniest
money and
company to
power.
me, dude. I swear.
Yeah. This has very little to do with Disney, but you know Jonathan Majors, how he got charged with like sexual assault and got fired from Marvel and Disney and all that.
There's a lot
Like,
of those.
Yeah, there's a lot of people like apparently like a week ago his ex-girlfriend that brought the charges against him apparently dropped all charges.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she probably got paid off by Jonathan or
Somebody.
somebody related to him. I just
Or
found that-
Disney.
or Disney. Just found that interesting because I was like, damn,
They're like, how much do you care? How much do you care and how much do you want?
literally. Because
Here's a check, write a number.
They went through like a whole year process with that lady, and she's just dropping it now.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense. That must have been like a fat check you got. Jesus.
Diddy's not getting Diddy's victims can't get enough checks. It's like 120 some people.
There's a mass lawsuit on him now.
It's like 120 some people, dude.
Dude, there's more now. Like,
Is
there's
there more?
so many. Oh my god, it's so many.
That's one of those people that there's no getting away from that.
I was going through
Yeah.
Instagram a few weeks ago and I saw a class action lawsuit that anybody could join in on.
Have you?
It's
Did you
like-
not like Diddy's face? Well,
It's
sign
like-
this.
Did Diddy touch you? And it's like, Jesus, how many people did he touch that you're just
Having a class action.
promoting this on Instagram to just anybody?
Dude, he could have touched millions of people.
Yeah, dude.
It's insane when you see
The
like,
fuck?
and then you see those old interviews and you're like, oh, he was telling everybody from the
Dude,
start
straight
yeah.
up.
that he was a freak.
You can't say that he was dishonest about it.
Well, other than towards the end, but yeah,
Yeah.
he was like, yeah, I like to. If you see the one interview, I can't remember. It's like one of the late night shows, and he's like, yeah, we like to lock the doors, turn up the heat, have a lot of water, because some people want to take their clothes off. And you're like, what the fuck? He said this like in the 90s. People were like, oh, that's so funny.
That Conan clip of him, yeah.
Yeah. And they're like, that's not, no,
That's
maybe
not
not.
normal.
That's not something that people do. But, it is what it is.
I respect the freak hustle.
And he tried.
He tried.
That'll be you
but then
in
when you're,
20 years.
Yep.
yeah, when your youngest victim is like 9 years old. at the time.
Dude, that's the craziest
crazy.
shit, dude. That's the craziest shit. It's like Epstein and then Diddy, dude.
Yeah, and then all these celebrities try to tell us what we should or shouldn't do. And you're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, who are you to tell me what to do?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like you guys are just fucking
You guys are going
children.
to freak offs, bro.
You
Like,
guys
what do
are
you mean?
Flying to islands and fucking 8-year-olds,
Yeah.
dude.
And so,
They're like princes,
oh,
dude. Politicians.
Dude.
Ashton Kutcher
Yeah.
was at a lot of those freak offs, man.
there's a lot of people who are too, like Beyonce. And stuff.
Yeah, I've heard-
because she was dating Diddy, wasn't she,
Yeah.
for a long time? Something like that. But she was seen with them quite a bit.
Wild shit. Wild shit. I would have hated to be a celebrity back then.
Oh, me too.
Or now for that.
I mean, even now, it's pretty bad. Yeah.
Like it's just like a stereotypical like Hollywood celebrity where you have to like go through like all those like weird Hollywood rituals to like be allowed to be famous and shit.
There's only so few that I actually like or think that like there's probably no way. Like
Yeah.
there might be a way. But like someone like Keanu Reeves, I'm gonna trust him. For
yeah, I
Yeah.
fuck with Keanu Reeves.
I'm gonna trust him. He's the only one. No one else gets the
Yeah.
pass, but he gets the pass.
I'm trying to think of more people that are like
Very
super
many.
chill.
What about Snoop Dogg? Or do you guys think
I-
he's an industry bitch?
I
Nah.
feel like Snoop's an industry guy.
I don't
mean, he's in
know.
Fortnite.
And
He's,
he's
he's,
everywhere, dude.
he's
That's like-
everywhere,
same thing
dude.
with,
Snoop
Shaq,
Dogg
though,
might be one
too.
of the most promoted people.
He's literally
He's done
Earth.
everything. He's done wine. He's done
Snoop-
games,
everything.
Snoop
I
Dogg's
used
his
to
own
stock
Disney.
Snoop Dogg wine.
He's his own Disney.
Yeah.
He's everywhere.
He's in
dude.
COD.
Snoop Dogg is
He's
a
in COD and
crazy huge
Fortnite, bro.
brand.
That's crazy. Nobody's in both. That's
That's
a
true.
that's a crazy flex.
Yeah, dude.
Same thing with like Shaq. Shaq's
Shaq.
pretty crazy.
Shaq's every post I see has Shaq in it somewhere.
And
That's
I think
crazy.
Snoop Dogg's like the most famous one though.
I
Probably.
think so. Snoop's
Probably.
probably one of the most famous people.
He even
ever.
has like cooking shit with like Martha,
Martha
Stewart.
Stewart.
Yeah, he's just done it all.
Like,
He's
dude,
just filling out side
everything.
quests.
He did-
Music, movies,
He did streams with Kai and
Streams.
Speed and
Yeah.
stuff.
gaming, fucking like. I'm sure he's done jewelry. He's done clothes. He's
I
done
guarantee- oh,
fucking
yeah.
smoking shit.
Mm-hmm.
He's done grills.
Yeah, I was gonna say talking about the smoking stuff.
Yeah,
he's like
dude.
quit smoking or whatever, and he's doing the grill.
Yeah, dude. It's like holy fuck.
Smart guy.
He's done the comedy roast, dude. He's
Oh,
done like his
yeah.
own event.
And that's why like Shaq might not be a bad guy because I don't think he's smart enough for that. Business wise, he's really smart, but doesn't he think the world's flat?
Shaq?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe.
I remember he said something about he thinks the world's flat because when he
I'm
like,
pretty
flew
sure
to
Kyrie
Australia-
Irving does.
Yeah, he does too.
Kyrie
But Shaq
Irving.
was like when I flew to Australia, my plane didn't flip upside down. So the world was flat. And he like doesn't think that like tectonic plates exist because the lake that he used to go to as a kid is still there. There's like dumb shit. But then business wise, he's so fucking smart.
Oh,
and
yeah,
he's so
dude.
funny.
He's
It's
super
crazy.
smart in business, but that just made me doubt everything he's ever said.
There's so
Damn
many
it.
people that are fucking just like huge brands now, dude. Like so many like movie stars taking that route, like The Rock or like Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, I'm sick of all that. Ryan Reynolds I
Oh.
like, but like The Rock, I've seen so much of.
Oh, dude.
The Rock, I'm
The
over
Rock's
him.
just like not the best actor. I've
Yeah.
seen
No,
him in
he's just the
one
same
movie
guy.
where I think he's been really good. Pain and Gain.
Pain and Gain's really good.
I think it's all right. It's pretty good. I think The Rock solid in it, dude. Do you remember when The Rock was doing like Tooth Fairy movies and shit?
See, like that was when he was at his best because he
I
like
don't
did shit
know,
that
dude.
was outside of a big buff guy that beats the shit out
Yeah.
of people.
I,
just
love the Tooth Fairy.
Yeah.
Did you ever
iconic.
watch the Scorpion King movies?
Mm-mm.
Dude, the CGI on those movies were fucking so funny. It's crazy.
I guarantee it.
It was like
I remember watching a clip from like the old Spy Kids movies and going,
Oh
"Oh my
my
god, the
God,
CGI
dude.
is
Those
so
ones are
insane,
fucked.
they're so good.
so crazy."
I miss
That I
those.
watched those. and
Those
loved
Spy
those
Kids
as a
movies
kid.
were so stacked out the fucking
Oh,
ass,
yeah.
though, dude.
They
It was
were
insane.
so good.
Oh my
I
God.
love those movies,
Dude,
man.
the amount of bad movies that would just have like a fucking insane roster of crazy actors.
Yeah, even now with like animated movies.
I
Now,
know.
it's like-
Animated movies have some of the craziest actors.
And-
There's like an anime that I think it came out with like 10 or 12 A-list actors.
Oh
on it.
yeah, that one with like Christian Bale,
Robert
doing the dubbing,
Pattinson.
Yeah.
Fucking, like,
What is it? It's I forget the name of the guy
I
who
don't
makes
remember.
them.
I don't remember either. But I remember you showing me the cast list and me going,
You're talking about like Howl's Moving Castle or something.
The dude who I'm pretty
Christian
sure
Bale's in that.
and it's the same. It's the same dude, different movie. It's like his newest one.
Yeah, Miyazaki,
Yeah.
Boy and the Heron.
Yeah, that one. That one. Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, no, they do crazy fucking A-list actors, and it's like I wish you guys would just do voice actors that are actually good.
Yeah.
yeah, because there's plenty of great voice actors. There's
Mhm.
so many great voice actors.
Because just because you're a good actor doesn't mean you could be a good voice
No,
actor.
it's different.
It's a
It's
way
different
different thing.
Like in a lot of in some other countries, they have like entire schools that are dedicated just to voice acting.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's like
Voice
don't have
acting's
that
so sick, dude. I have so much respect for voice actors.
There's a
such a
voice
fun
actor in video games that's iconic. His name is Troy Baker.
oh
And
yeah,
he's
yeah.
basically a voice in any video game. He plays the main one that like a lot of people started knowing him for was he played Joel in The Last of Us. He was Joel. Troy Baker's amazing. I love him.
He's in Death Stranding too.
Yeah, he's in so many video games you can't even start to name
Yeah.
like all the great ones he's in. He's in so many video games.
How
like-
was Death Stranding?
I haven't played it, but I've like seen it. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm excited for the second one. That one looks
I've
really
seen it too, but I've just never been like.
It's a goofy game.
You just walk.
I've
but
never
It's cool. Right?
Yeah.
Depends on
You
how
just
that kind of
walk
stuff.
and try not to fall over
But
with a giant stack.
That's why
yeah.
I've never bought it. You know what I mean? Because it's like this is cool, but do I
All-
want to spend time on this?
all you do is walk.
It's-
That's literally all you
It's
do.
one of those games where it's just you just kind of turn your brain off. You just look at how pretty everything is, and you
Mhm.
just get engrossed in like a movie because it's like a movie.
I feel like if I dropped the shit though, I'd be pissed.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like actually,
Fuck.
like
yeah, and you have to go
dude,
back.
especially if it's like a lot of shit. Like one of those like
Yeah,
I'll
you
see
get
people
really
walking around with
high.
like fucking those high ass stacks, and I'll be like, if I drop that, dude, I'd be so pissed.
I'm-
2
I-
hours in, you know what I mean?
But I don't know. I'm a big fan of like those chill games like that, depending on what it is.
Oh, yeah. I remember the big problem people had with Death Stranding, the first one, was it was just there was a lot of glitches in it that made it kind of hard to keep to walk, which was the main point of the game,
Yeah.
was to just walk. And there was a lot of things in the game that made it very hard to do that.
Yeah.
From what I've heard, I've never played it, so
It's just a really cool movie, basically, but you get to walk around. And
Yeah.
dude, there's some other stuff other than just walking. for
Yeah.
sure. And it just kind of depends. Like talking about another good voice actors, I really like Steve Bloom.
ooh,
His voice is so fucking good. He has like Wolverine and like Starscream and stuff.
yeah, dude.
He's so good.
That makes sense.
I talked about this when he died, but Kevin Conroy, he voices Batman in pretty much
Yeah.
anything from Batman from like 2020 previous. He voiced basically every Batman. He has such an iconic Batman voice that it was just so sad when he died. But then the guy that's currently like taking over, he didn't take over, but he voiced a few Batman roles before Kevin Conroy died. His name's Roger Craig Smith. He has a really good Batman voice. Like he played it in Batman Arkham Origins. He's the Batman voice in that. It's so good. And I'm like, damn, I like that Batman voice. So I hope he does more Batman shit. But I also just, like you guys said, I hope more voice actors get more voice actor roles, because now, especially with animation TV shows and movies, they're going to like actual actors, which is
Yeah.
great for those shows because it promotes those shows a little more. But it's kind of bad for the voice actors who strictly only do voice acting and they can't really get a role.
Hard to get a job.
Yeah.
That's one thing I really like about rock stars. They'll always just use like the most random
They
people
use the
for
most-
voice
And that's
actors.
what I want. That's why
Most
like,
random
like-
people ever.
And it'll go so well, bro.
Mhm.
GTA 5 is the perfect example of 3 iconic
yeah,
fucking
and they're
voice
massive
actors.
and people love them.
Huge,
They're
dude.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Exactly, dude.
the guy
like-
that plays Trevor is in like
Better
Two-
Call Saul.
he's in like 2 or 3 different shows just based
Mhm.
off his Trevor Phillips role,
Yeah.
and you're
Yeah,
like,
dude.
God damn.
He deserves it.
They're all so
They're
fucking
good.
good in that
They're
fucking
great.
game, bro.
That's why I can't really get into movies, is because like I can't look at an actor that I've seen in another movie and
Yeah.
see them as a different character. I'm like,
See,
that's
I
just,
can do that.
that's just Robert Downey Jr., dude. Like, why am I watching this? This is just Robert Downey Jr. pretending.
If
to
a
be-
movie, that's how I know if a movie's really good, though.
Mm.
Because if I'm watching a movie and I can really kind of like suspend my disbelief and really be like, yeah, this is a thing that's happening. Like, I'm invested in this story right now, like a book type shit. Like, I can really, like, I don't know, respect that and like really enjoy that about a
Yeah,
movie.
I just can't.
You know
do
what
it,
I
Which is
mean?
why I like books a lot, and then because I can like imagine my own characters, imagine my own stuff, and I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to hear someone else's or
Yeah.
see someone
Yeah.
else's face.
That's
And that's
fair.
why like I really like voice acting more than I like movie acting, is because I can put them into the character a lot better than I can like an actor into a character.
Yeah.
That's
and
fair.
so that's why I kind of keep up more with voice acting than I do actual acting.
That's fair. I respect that. Do you like watch like anime at all?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's easier to get into
Ooh.
those kind of things.
Do you like this? Isn't it's kind of an anime, but not really. Do you like the show Invincible?
I haven't watched it, but I do
It's-
want to get into it.
It's so good.
It's
I
pretty
love
good,
looks really
dude. I
good.
fuck with it.
They're
it's
coming out
really
with season
good.
2, aren't they? At some point,
They're
pretty soon.
season 2's out, and
Mm.
they're coming out with season 3 in like February or something
Mm.
like that. So I'm excited. I have all the comic books for it too.
Do you?
It's such a good series.
They're fat ass comic books, dude.
Oh
Right.
yeah, I'll bring 'em one out eventually.
They're
but
thick.
They're
They're
like yeah.
thick.
I have 3 of them, and they're all like that thick.
We look
That's what
like
I like, though.
encyclopedias.
Those are
straight
fun
up.
though. I
Oh,
love
yeah.
thick books because that's
Oh,
how you're
yeah.
gonna get its story.
It's a great story. Like I've read through the first one and
It's
a
so
half.
fucked up.
Oh,
That's what I love though.
Mhm.
I
It's
love
so-
things that are fucked
Dude, the
up.
first
dark.
episode of the show is so fucking insane, dude.
I want them to make me question everything I believe
It's
and
a-
really get into it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's
like,
a
dude.
it's a great show like that. Like for an animated show, that's like the first animated show I've been like, damn,
Into.
I can relate to these characters. These are
Yeah.
dope characters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and to me, like it's a lot easier to be like, this is like a real, almost like a real thing and a
Ex-
real person
yeah,
in a real
yeah.
world. Where if it's an actor, I'm like, well, it's fucking just Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
And so it kind of depends, but that's kind of like Arcane too. Arcane season 2 just came out. So I want to watch that.
That's
too.
a League of Legends show, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
See, I don't fuck with the game, but the show is
Yeah.
really fucking good.
My brother
Nice.
really fucks with that game. I used to play it when I was like 11, 12,
I played
a
it
little bit here and there.
a lot.
It's one of those games. It's one of those games that just like, oh, dude, it's just like you get so pissed at it because it's
Yeah.
the same thing over and over and over and over
Yeah,
and
see.
over and
Dog
over
shit
and over and
teammates,
over
man,
and
every
over and
time.
over and over. That's exactly how games like. That's why like I got so addicted to like Warzone and Fortnite, dude.
See,
It's because it has that same type of feel to it where it's just the same
Mhm.
thing over and over and over and over and over. And like you might get like the best result possible like every like 10, 20 times.
Yeah, literally.
You know what
See,
I mean?
That's how Call of Duty is for me right now. I'm doing the Black Ops 6
Six.
camo grind,
Yeah.
and like I've just taken like a 2-day break from it because I'm like I can't do any more fucking headshots right now. It's pissing me off because it's
Yeah,
just the same thing. I'm on Nuketown 90% of the
over and
time,
over.
and you're like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
And that's kind of what pisses me off about like a lot of like multiplayer games now. It's like it's just like the most repetitive fucking
Yeah,
bullshit.
it's live service. They make it feel
Exactly.
like a job. Hey, you gotta log in, get your
like
dailies done.
there's
and
no
every game wants to be
there's
like
no
that.
like real variety
Yeah, dude.
anymore with like multiplayer games.
COD
You
is
know
the
what I
same
mean?
game every year.
And if you find like a really good game, it's like, oh, okay, it's not cross-platform, it's not this, it's not that. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
that's why
fucking-
games like Lethal Company blow up so much, because people are like, holy shit, finally a game that
Mhm.
doesn't want to take my money,
Yep.
that is a great experience, and you can have a ton of fun with friends, and you don't have to worry about any other players. It's just you and your friends fucking around, having a good time. And that's why those kind of games blow up so much.
Oh,
It's what
yeah.
people want. They're
People-
sick of
the game's like
Fortnite and-
only up and what's chained together where you're playing with
Yeah,
like 4
exactly.
people.
Yeah, exactly.
It's awesome. Games like that people love.
yeah.
And like that with Call of Duty, like the thing that I've noticed playing at least this one is like I select all the game modes for like when I filter in like what I want to play
Yeah.
as game modes, because you can filter in like if you
What you
want to
want.
just play Nuketown, you can just play Nuketown.
Yeah.
I filter in everything, like every game mode I can. And still 90% of the time
Are
I'm just
Nuketowns.
on Nuketown or on one of the small maps because that's where everybody else is playing. So you're
Yeah.
like, what's the point in even selecting these maps if no one's going to play them?
I've said for a long time that if COD just would decide, you know what, fuck it, we're gonna make Black Ops 2 remake. Nothing's changed except all the characters are good now, but you can still have the pre-lobby chat like you used to. Talk all this shit. You can make your own emblems. And they just did everything like they did.
Same
Everything.
matchmaking.
Yeah, exactly the same. They'd make so much fucking money.
Oh my god.
And they said it's only for a year. Holy.
Activision has fucked over Call of Duty tremendously.
It's just the same game every year.
Yeah, just by the process of having to have a game out every single year. Like, people are saying this Call of Duty that came out is the best one since
Cold War, right?
whatever.
Oh.
And you're like, that's because Treyarch had 4 years to make this game. Like, if you give the developers enough time to make the game, they'll make a decent game.
Exactly.
But if you give them 1 year, they're gonna make a game that's 1 year.
Yeah. That's why
they're
I
gonna
don't
copy
hate.
paste the game.
That's why I don't hate on companies like Rockstar, because they'll like
Yeah, they make good
fucking
ones.
They
they'll
don't
be
give a
silent,
fuck.
nothing except fucking GTA 5 goddamn faggot fucking updates, dude, constantly. Every single goddamn
Dude,
fucking
And even
announcement is a GTA Online update. But then they'll drop like a Red Dead 2.
Yeah.
Out of
They're like
nowhere,
a
and it'll be
GTA
like,
6, and like, hey guys, look at
oh
this.
my god.
And they get 110 million views
Oh
on
my
their trailer,
God.
and you're like, holy shit.
The next one they come out with is gonna get so many fucking views too, dude. It's
Yeah,
gonna be the most
everybody-
popular entertainment product that'll ever come out.
That's what happens with Valve too. You don't hear from Valve at all. They drop CS2. You don't hear from them again. Then they drop Deadlock. And you're like, everyone plays that.
Yep.
And that's all they do.
Yep.
They just take forever, but they make really,
They make
really
good
good
games.
Exactly. Games that like last.
That's
Like
why.
think about how long people have been playing GTA 5 online.
well, that's because they don't have like a huge investment problem like these other companies do.
Yeah.
Valve has like 27 employees who all make over $1 million a year because they're such a huge titan in the industry, but then they don't over bloat their things trying to like, promote record growth every year
Yep.
like all these other companies do. Then they release one game every couple years, if even.
It'll run
And they're
numbers.
crazy good.
Mm-hmm.
And because you only have 27 people, and the only people you hire are people who are really good in the industry.
And really care about what they're
And they
doing.
care, yeah, because
Yep.
they're making $1 million a year.
Yeah,
they can
they're
care.
making really good money. So why wouldn't they keep coming back to
Yeah.
make that good money?
You have
Yeah.
the resources and the ability to make them care.
Yeah, but then you have all these companies now are downsizing because like Ubisoft, they're doing really bad right now. Obviously, I don't know about Activision. Diablo 4 is kind of a
Activision.
flop.
I'm pretty sure Activision's going through downsizing too. They're going
Yeah.
through a few things.
Yeah, and then you have Sony, who's lost, like I said, $400 billion on a game, which is crazy. And they're probably gonna flop another one that's coming out soon too, because it also looks like shit.
Which one?
I don't remember what it's called. I didn't care so much
Yeah.
that I just couldn't. I
That's
don't
fair.
care, but I do remember it just looked bad.
Yeah.
You can try to find the trailer. I can try to show you guys afterwards, but it just looked not fun.
Yeah.
And they just keep doing that every year. Same thing,
Yeah, the only
So these
games that
companies
are
do that.
the only games that are really selling now are the sequels to games that came out in like 2018 and
Yep.
stuff like because
Remakes and sequels and
the
prequels.
God of War sequel did really good.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Ghost of Tsushima sequel's going to do really
Oh,
good.
I'm so excited for
I'm
that,
so
yeah.
excited to play that game because Ghost of Tsushima is one of the
It was so
best
fucking
goddamn
good.
games.
I'm still so mad it lost Game of the Year to fucking
me
Last of Us
too.
Part 2.
I can't believe that. Last of Us Part 2 didn't deserve
The
it.
user reviews on that game are shit.
It's ridiculous. Like if you can't review it unless you play through the full fucking game, and then even then you have your own opinion about it. That's what
they couldn't say
wanted.
it was bad because it had certain aspects that you can't say are bad. You can't say a gay
You-
character's bad.
You can't
say that this
say
thing's
that.
bad.
Yeah.
And so
dude,
that's why,
come on.
right? And so that's the same reason all these games are failing. You couldn't. Nobody in the room could say maybe the new Assassin's Creed protagonist shouldn't be black in Japan in
Yeah.
the 1300s based off of one guy that wasn't actually a samurai.
Yeah.
You can't
Because then
base
you
it
get
off
fired.
the one guy.
Was that
because
guy not
ev-
actually a samurai?
Not
No,
ev-
he wasn't a samurai. He's like a retainer for
Yeah.
a lord, which is still crazy. Like,
Yeah.
that's still so crazy
Yeah.
that somebody who was black could do that, and like that's a crazy achievement.
But
then
to
they downsize
falsify
it.
it is even like a fucked up thing.
Like
you know?
it's not right to him. and, like
Exactly.
the things that he did, like I can only imagine.
Well, and even then, you expect people to just know that by promoting the game. Like people are just gonna shit on it
Yeah.
just based off the trailer they just saw. They're
They're
gonna
like,
be
"What
like,
the
there were no black people in
Yeah.
Japan at that time. What the fuck?
Yeah, and it's
They're
like,
you
you
did
kind of
no
got to know
research.
your audience and read the room,
that's the biggest thing,
especially
right?
when you're coming out with like multi-$100 million entertainment.
But they don't
products.
want to pander to white men, even though that's their biggest demographic. I mean, who wants to chop people in half? Well, probably a white dude.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty badass
That
to
sounds
me.
pretty dope.
But like, there's a lot of people, and obviously you're gonna have a certain market. But when your market is majority this, then you should probably appeal to your market.
Exactly.
Exactly. It's hard. That's how it is in every entertainment industry right now. Is everybody's just trying to appeal to the demographic that they
That doesn't
think
play their game.
that doesn't play
That
and
doesn't watch their
that just
movies.
hates on everything they do. So they think, oh, if we just play more into this, we'll win them over one day. It's like,
Yeah.
no, you won't.
Because these people, they complain, but they don't play your game.
Exactly.
And even if they're like, "Oh, this is so good. I'm so glad you did this," but I'm not gonna play it.
They
I'm gonna spend my time on Twitter and complain. I'm not
they
gonna play your game.
they
You're
watch the
crazy.
cinematic trailer for the game and they're like, I'm not gonna play that. And then
Yeah.
they go shit on it online for 2 years, and you're like, why didn't you play it? You could have
Mhm.
at least tried. If you don't like it, then you can
Yeah.
take your own opinion to the internet, but at least try it.
Yeah, and so that's why all these companies are downsizing because they keep making bad games.
Mhm.
That with this stuff that people don't want, they don't want to be pandered to.
That's
They're big
the
boys and girls.
that's
They
the
can handle
nice thing
mature
is
things.
the companies are starting to realize, oh hey, we
Yeah.
don't have to pander
They're
to
like,
all these demographics. We can pander to the ones that are actually gonna buy our games now.
Well, I
Like,
think when you have like the election that happened, and then you have all these, you look at your sales numbers and they're horrible. You kind of get that reality check as corporate, and you're like, people don't want this anymore. They never did. Why are we
Mhm.
losing money? You guys told me this is what people wanted, so why are we losing money? And then you have to start making stuff that people want, or
or you're
what
gonna
do you-
lose
you're
more
gonna-
money.
You're gonna die as a company.
Yeah.
Which is kind of I think what Ubisoft's going through right now. They're gonna
Ubisoft's
got-
been a dead company in my opinion for a while. They haven't made a very good game in a
long
while.
time. Yeah, and so they're probably gonna downsize a ton. Then they're gonna go. They're looking like they're gonna go private, and then
You know,
they'll probably make one good game. People are gonna be like, I don't know, is that a fluke? It's kind of weird. You guys made a good game.
people are gonna doubt whatever game they come out with after
Mhm.
this because it's
Doesn't matter how good it
Ubisoft.
looks,
Yeah,
yeah.
it doesn't matter.
You've ruined your goodwill within the
Mhm.
communities. That's like what happened with Dragon Veil, or Dragon Guard the Veil, whatever. Dragon Age of Veilguard, that's what it's called.
Ah,
People shit on that too because it's not very good. That's what it's the problem. You got to make a good game before you make a game. Like you can have stuff like that in the game, like Baldur's Gate 3. You could be trans,
Yeah.
you could be all that, and people were totally fine with that because it was a good game.
Yeah.
But when you just that's your only character personality trait, and people don't want to play it.
So many companies will come out with like broken games now too, just out the gate.
yeah. And
You
that's
know?
what we were talking about in the beginning. It's just
Exactly.
because of stockholders and the prices and
And then they'll
the
just
money.
like
That's all they
dude,
want.
think about like you'll buy like a game, dude, and then like you'll like have to like after you like download it, you'll have to download like a fucking like
Oh
24
my
gigabyte
God.
update.
Yeah, you
file.
have to
'Cause
update
it's
it
like-
immediately.
because it's like
You're like
they sold a broken game, and then they're relying on the fucking updates to just fucking
fix
fix
it.
all the fucking broken shit.
Yeah, and like COD was 200 gigabytes, wasn't
Yeah,
it? They're
dude.
fucking
Like,
massive.
think about,
That's
like,
what Call of Duty
huge
does every
games.
year. They release the broken game, and then throughout the year, they just slowly fix it for like half the year,
And
and,
even-
then they just stop.
and even on PC,
Or-
it barely works.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
so
Think
fucking annoying.
Think about huge games like Cyberpunk that had like how many years worth of hype built behind them
And
just
then-
to come out and be like fucking like
Yeah.
broken
Yeah.
pieces of
Like-
shit.
And then
dude.
they finally fixed it, and people really love it now.
Yeah, but
if
it's
they
like,
just
dude,
got
it's
more
too
time in the
late.
oven, it
It's
would have
too
been
late.
different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's too
Too
late.
late.
You can't bring that hype back because all the people that were excited for it and then got let down, they're not gonna want to play
Like,
it
even
anymore.
if you do like a crazy marketed re-release, it's like that game already came out.
People honestly
Old
did go
news.
back to it, but that's one of the few. Most of
Exactly.
the time,
Mhm.
games come out and they flop like that. No one comes back to it. But Cyberpunk did, and people enjoy
Cyberpunk
it now.
on
They really like it.
Cyberpunk on PC does really well.
And
A
the
lot of
reviews
people
recovered a
like
lot,
it. Yeah.
No.
But with certain games, no, yeah, you release it and then it's shit. And people are like, fuck this, I don't want to play this anymore.
Yeah.
This isn't fun. This is broken. Like my save got corrupted, and that's a
Yeah.
big one. When that happens, people get pissed.
Oh yeah, dude. When it's like actually broken.
Yeah, and then you have to restart.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to restart.
There's a game I was watching someone on PlayStation Platinum recently. I can't remember what game it was. It was one of the new fighting games that came out. He was trying to platinum it. And he went into it and one of his save files deleted, so he had to start the whole platinum over. And
Yeah.
you're like, and he just gave up because he was like,
Yeah.
"Fuck that, I'm not doing that." And you're like, "That's
Mhm.
understandable, man. Like, why is that a thing?
Yeah.
Why is it a thing that you can get 90% way through the game and then it just deletes and you're stuck? You have
Like,
to start the
You
whole
didn't
thing
test
over."
it enough to know that this was an issue. That's why that's why games like the new Dragon Ball game were so fucking successful. Is because
Mhm.
it's just a love letter to the fans. It's so goofy and over the top, and it's just
That-
fun.
That new Black Myth Wukong game.
Yeah, that was
it's
massive. People loved
it's
it.
nominated for Game of the Year
Yeah.
right now,
Dude,
and
it
I think
should
it's gonna
win. It
win.
should
I
win.
think it's gonna
It
win.
is
There
the
was
best
a
game of the year.
company over in either Japan or somewhere, I think, that gave their employees like the day off to play the game.
Oh yeah, well,
That's
it's because
cool.
that's the
Yeah.
company that made it was over in Japan, and
Yeah.
they did amazing with the game. It didn't come out broke. There were a few bugs, but
Talking about
that
Black Myth.
Black Myth,
Yeah,
yeah,
that was a Chinese company.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Amazing game,
Yeah.
amazing game. I
shit's
loved it.
crazy.
There's a new game coming out too. I think it's like next year. And it's a Chinese game set in America, but if
Ooh.
America and Japan were the same, like combined, so it's like Japanese
Oh.
culture in America.
Interesting.
Cool.
And it's really weird and super over the top. And it's like white people being samurais and shit, and like black, and it's super goofy. And the Chinese developers came out and they're like, we didn't research anything. This is all stereotypes.
Sick.
And you can tell because it's like the Texas
Sick.
governor's this big buff dude in like a samurai outfit and he's goofy with like a mullet.
And
You're like, this looks so much fucking
it-
fun. It's like
dude,
a zombie
that-
game.
that
It looks
would-
so goofy.
that's
Be
sick.
so sick.
It looks
That's
so
sick.
sick.
If
I'm
that's
so
a
excited for it.
cross-platform multiplayer game, dude.
I don't
That's-
know. It just looks
Oh
so
my
much
God,
fun.
That
It's
looks-
so goofy.
it sounds dope.
Yeah.
Like they're always hitting over there because they know what they're doing. They know
So
they
just
don't
wanna
have
make a
to.
good game.
Yeah, they know how to make good games. They know that they don't have to appeal to certain people to make
Yep.
good games. Like that's what we need to learn over here. You stop
Well, we
appealing
do.
to certain people.
It's just they're scared of HR and they don't want to lose their
Mhm.
jobs. It's like, well, I'd rather the game flop and get paid than lose my job because I
Yep.
complained about it
Yep.
or tried to help it. And I can understand that too. You got family to feed, whatever, yourself to feed, and bills to pay. You don't care.
Yeah, you're just trying to get your job done, do it the best way you can, and then not get in anybody's way.
And when everyone else says this is the best thing ever, you don't want to be the guy that says, oh, maybe it's kind of shit.
Yeah,
Yep.
maybe it's not.
And so, like I said, it's not worth losing your job over. So they don't. When the game does really bad, like Concord, then it drops 2 weeks and they take it off the store and give everybody refunds. Like that's not what you want out of a $400 million game.
Oh, dude.
No.
It's so crazy how expensive so many games are to make for how many flop.
Especially when
Mhm.
it wasn't even that much. Like it was just an Overwatch thing,
Yeah.
like style thing with like ugly characters.
Mm-hmm.
Cost $400 million to make,
400 mil.
which is insane.
I wonder how much GTA 6 is going to cost. to
Oh
make.
man, that probably will
I
be
think
the
it's over.
biggest.
I think it
Trillion.
last.
Well, it's
counted
going to
at, like,
make more
2
money than
billion.
Yeah, it'll definitely make its money back.
GTA 5 is like the most successful like entertainment product
think
ever,
so.
and I guarantee you GTA 6 is going to fucking
Top that in a
outsell
day.
the absolute fucking tits
Oh,
out of that.
it's gonna sell a ton.
I don't
People are
think
so
I can't
hyped.
think of any other thing ever in my entire life that has ever had more
What's-
hype than
what's hype?
GTA 6
Dude.
ever.
Probably not.
Nothing.
The,
People are very, 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 very excited.
I can't think of
S-
anything.
somebody hacked Rockstar just to get the trailer a few hours
Yeah,
early.
And then-
dude.
Like,
didn't he
that's
get
how
found by the
desperate
FBI
people are
and
for
got
this
Yeah,
game.
bro, he
Like,
did
it's
get found by the
insane.
FBI.
Yeah.
Bro. The memes I saw after that are like fucking like. Do you remember that Transformers scene where like they bust in the fucking
Mhm.
house?
Yeah,
dude?
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
dude, that shit was hilarious,
Yeah,
bro.
and because they released like stuff from like when like release footage and things like
Mhm.
that,
Yeah.
they weren't happy. They were
Yep.
not happy.
No, I wouldn't be either.
Dude.
You've
'Cause
been
it-
working years on
Dude, I
this
bet
game.
working there feels like working at the fucking CIA, bro. Straight up, like
They have a lot of security.
you
measures
get
in place
home,
for that, yeah.
you get home, and your wife's like, "How was work, honey?" And you're like,
I can't talk
Can't talk
about,
about
it.
it.
It was good."
Can't
Yeah.
even say if it was good or bad.
No.
Just it was work.
Yeah,
You know, you know, I can't talk about that, honey.
but it would be so cool to
They're
work on
listening.
too. It'd be so much fun to work on. Just to know that
Oh,
you're gonna
yeah.
like working on the biggest game ever. Probably,
Dude, yeah.
for a
I bet
long
they
time.
put tails on people sometimes. I would
Yeah,
not be straight up
people they think are
surprised,
narc,
dude.
they're like,
yeah,
you gotta
bro.
throw a tail on this guy.
Just to really make
He
sure.
was looking. He was darting his eyes around today.
There's
Sure.
somebody at the FBI
Being
whose
sus.
job it is to specifically help out Rockstar to make
make
sure
sure they-
nobody leaks their shit.
Because it did do a lot of damage because people are like, oh, this looks like shit. What is this? Why is he so ugly? Well, it's because it's development footage.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
course
dude.
it looks
It's
like shit.
4
That's the
years
point.
before the game's gonna
You
come
gotta
out.
think about how many
Jesus.
people have their hands in the most hyped up entertainment product that'll
Mhm.
ever come out.
Oh, yeah.
Until they come out with a fucking another one.
Until they come out with 7. But
Exactly.
that'll
Well,
be 20 years from now.
Exactly, bro.
Well, I guarantee you they have different development studios. So one studio is probably working on GTA 6. One right now is probably working on like the next Red Dead or
Maybe.
Bully. Or
I bet
something
I
like
will have
that.
kids in college by the time GTA 7
Oh,
comes
I
out.
guarantee it.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Like,
Like,
straight
But
up,
that's what
dude.
I'm saying is it'll probably like when GTA 6 is probably gonna drop realistically 2026 at
They
some
have
point.
they said their release date is still mid 2025.
That's still a year from now though,
Yeah,
so a
still
lot
a
can
while.
happen in a year.
But
But
that's crazy
but-
if it comes out.
if it does,
It'll
but
be-
anyway,
it'll be massive.
I bet they'll
Anyway.
come out with the trailer right around Christmas time.
It'll
maybe.
break every record, 100%. Like nothing will compare.
Oh yeah,
If it's a gameplay trailer,
that's what
oh my fucking god.
Like I
that's
said,
what it's supposed to
I
be.
could give a fuck about a cinematic trailer. They're all gonna be dope. Okay, you watch the GTA 5 cinematic trailer
every
to this
every,
day, you're still
every
like,
cinematic trailer's dope. You can
Exactly.
add so much.
I
CGI
could
to
give a
that.
shit. If I see a gameplay trailer right around Christmas time, I'll be a happy
A
person.
gameplay
Yeah.
trailer would be dope.
I'll
'cause
be very thankful.
that's what everybody's kind of waiting on right now is to see what it looks like when you're playing.
yeah.
That's what I'm excited for too. But what I was
Gameplay
saying
trailer would
is
be dope.
what they're probably gonna do is release GTA 6 and then in like 3 or 4 years release either the next Red Dead or maybe Bully or something like that.
Maybe a
Who
Max
knows?
Payne.
They did a Bully
Who
remake. That'd be
knows?
pretty cool.
If they did a
Bully
Bully
remake would be cool.
if they did Bully,
I wouldn't be
again.
surprised if they did something with Max Payne again.
That Max Payne game went fucking hard.
I'm so sick of remakes though and remasters.
They
and
do
that a
sequels and
lot.
Prequels. I hate it.
If Rockstar
Mhm.
came out with an original game, I'd shit my pants.
That'd be awesome. I love.
I don't think
original
they've done
games.
that since LA Noire.
I
been
don't
a
think
while.
they haven't done it in a while.
LA Noire. I've never played LA Noire, but it seems like a sick
Maybe
game.
maybe
looks
that's
cool.
what they'll drop in 3 years and is an
A
original
remake.
game that they haven't talked about ever.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Because
like the new
I mean,
games.
I know for a fact when they like even when they're casting and like signing people on for game development for GTA 6 and stuff like that, they don't put it as GTA 6. They put it
No.
as some random name.
Yeah.
And then like as you're going through it, they don't even tell you you're working on GTA 6. They give you a certain thing to work
Make
on,
this tree.
and if you figure out it's GTA 6, you figure it out. Like
Yeah.
that's just how it is.
You better
but-
keep your mouth fucking shut.
Oh
Yeah.
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 Better only tell people who you trust.
You saw what happened last time. They made an example out of that.
Oh
guy.
yeah,
You
dude,
don't do it
straight
again.
up, dude.
You don't do it again. You know better now.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
he'll be-
dude.
He'll be in a hole the rest of his life.
Could you imagine the
probably.
meetings at those offices the next day?
Yeah, they're like,
Oh my
report
God,
him
dude.
to the FBI, and
Yeah,
we're going to
dude.
find him. He was like in the
Yeah.
UK, and they're like, we're going to find him.
Yeah.
We're gonna make an example out of him. It's like what Nintendo's doing right now with the guy who was like leaking Nintendo games early. And then he emailed them,
And those
and
are
he
just
was like, "You're never
fucking
gonna catch
games.
me."
Nin-
Nintendo's law team is crazy.
Holy
shit, bro.
Nintendo
You stream
always
emulated
hits, too.
games, and they're like, "You're dead." You stream a game with
You're
a
dead.
mod, you're dead. It's horrible. This guy was emailing them saying, "You're not gonna find me. I have a million burner accounts." Blah blah blah. And they found him.
They
And,
like run
getting-
Japan,
he's getting
dude.
sued.
Nintendo is very good in the video game market as well, dude. They
'Cause they
always
just-
hit.
Their biggest thing. Like
Well,
their
they have
big
the most
philosophy is
popular
making games that are
consoles
fun.
all the time.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, I
The,
love
Ni-
this.
the
That's 'cause they
Wii-
market
The
to
Wii
kids.
outsold the absolute piss shit and tit out of the PS3 and
Oh, yeah.
fucking
The Wii
Xbox.
was
I
so
remember.
good.
The
God,
Wii was
dude.
gas.
The
good.
Wii sold like 110 million
The-
fucking.
I think
the
the only
Wii
one that sold
dude.
more was
The
like
Wii is-
PS2.
Yeah, the Wii is probably my favorite console of all time.
Dude,
just because of how
everybody
iconic
played
it
Wii
is.
Sports, bro. Wii Sports
Wii
was the
Sports?
most gas shit. Wii
Didn't-
Sports Resort was
didn't,
the most gas
Like
shit
the,
of all time.
the Wii Sports with only like 6 sports on it. Didn't that come with the Wii?
Yep.
Yeah, like so you got that for free, and you're like,
Some
these are some of the most
later
gas
Wiis, so if you
games
got
ever.
a Wii later, you got Wii
There's
Sports
still-
Resort with it. Wii Sports
Mhm.
Resort was
Wii
the better
Like,
one.
there's still
Resorts was
memes
gas.
Had the
from those
sword fight
games.
one, dude.
Yeah, the fencing one. There's still
Mhm.
memes from those games now
Yep.
because people
There's
love
so
it
many
so
good.
much.
They had like Luigi's Mansion, and then like just the regular Super Mario Bros. Oh,
The boxing, bro.
boxing.
Box- dude.
Oh,
I had never been so hyped as when I got a perfect score in bowling
Straight
when I was
up,
like
dude.
7
Oh
years
my
old.
God,
You-
dude, just
I
You
was
get
like
it like
7
a-
years old, and I was like, "Oh my god, mom, dad,
you get a
a
turkey, and you're
300."
like
The golf.
the
the
golf,
golf-
the golf was
the
so
golf
gas.
was so bad
Sick,
at the
dude.
golf.
Baseball. I fucking
Baseball
love
was
the
Baseball's
baseball.
sick, bro.
awesome.
I loved the baseball.
Oh man, dude, I have so many memories of getting up at like 6 a.m. to game on
Mhm.
like
Literally,
Christmas
bro.
morning,
Before
the day
even
after
before
Christmas.
school, I'd like
Yeah.
wake up, go play the Wii before school.
All the
Oh.
Zelda games I used to play all the time.
That's the
man.
most like
Oh.
fucking elite console. If you ask
Oh,
me.
yeah.
That and
That's
the
Wii.
PS2 are my favorite. I played. a
I
lot of
never really
PS2.
ran a PS2. I ran a PS3.
Did you?
Yeah.
My parents had
had
all the old
the
school
P-
consoles. so-
PS2 was gas. I only
So
ever
good.
played. I think I played. Have you ever played Driver San Francisco?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's so fun. It's just a game where you literally, I don't remember the story of it out, but somehow you're like a ghost that can teleport into different cars and stuff.
Mm.
And all you do the whole game is like
Just drive around.
go from one car and you teleport 3 blocks down. You can teleport into a semi if you want to. You
Yeah.
could teleport into a cop car if you want. It was one of the most fun games.
Back when games
Uh,
could just be goofy and
I
fun
know.
and they didn't have to be live at service.
I played
blah,
the
blah,
Lego
blah.
games a shit ton on the
Oh, yeah.
PS2 as well. Oh, Lego games are always gas too. I
And
could play
even-
Lego games today and still have a good time.
And they even figured out how to do like an actually good subscription service too. Like I guess Xbox, PlayStation are not too bad 'cause they give you free games or whatever. But with
Mm-hmm.
instead of making you try to pay for all their different games or making you pay for battle passes, they're like, here's all of our games, all of our old
Oh,
games for the
mhm.
NES, the game like I don't know if they've done GameCube yet, but like NES and Sega and whatever, all these old
Yeah,
games,
dude.
and you get access to every single one, and you can just play and have fun.
No.
And then you can pay every month, and you get to have fun with these games. And if not, totally cool, whatever. And then you're not paying for battle passes, and
Yeah.
whatever else.
There's this little like I think I still have it somewhere out here. It's like this little game console thing. It reminds me of the like the GameCube and like just the Nintendo 64 type
Mm.
games. Like and it has like 180 different games on it. It
Mm.
literally pages and pages of games you can go play. It
Yeah.
has like
oh, I think
Pac-Man.
yeah,
Yeah,
you've shown
it
me
has
that
like
before.
Pac-Man, you know, the old arcade racing games that
Yeah.
you could play. It has like all those on it, and you're like, I got that for I think like $100.
Yeah.
I can play any game I want to.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's so cool.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
like,
definitely a big
damn.
Nintendo fan. That's for sure. Played a lot of those as a kid.
Nintendo's one of the funnest things.
Played like Wii, GameCube, Game
Oh,
Boy,
yeah.
all of it. So I had a lot of fun with that NES.
Yeah, dude. Nintendo was goated, bro.
What kind of games would you be into developing when it arises?
Do you have
What
any
kind of
ideas for
games?
games in your mind that you ever think
Yeah.
about that you like? That'd be cool.
I do, but I don't want to say it
Okay.
because like there's a whole thing of like you're not supposed to tell people what you want to make because
Yeah.
then like
I get it.
there's this thing in your brain.
It's like a jinx.
well in your brain too. Like if like say you want to be a doctor, and you tell people that you're going to be a doctor, that in your brain is the same as being a doctor, and it like triggers that same kind of response.
so it gets
So you lose all your drive to do it.
and it gets you that appreciation
dopamine
and
from it and
stuff.
stuff,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And everyone's like, "Oh, that's so cool! You're gonna be a doctor," which is the same thing of, "Oh, it's so cool! You're a doctor."
I
And it
actually
triggers that same
I watched
thing.
this thing about that the other day. Like, don't tell people what
Mhm.
you're going to do. Just
Yeah.
go do it. Because when you tell people you're gonna do it, you
Mhm.
like you just said, you get that little dopamine hit from it, so you don't need to do it
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, I feel perfectly fine
Everyone said
not
it was
doing
super
it.
cool now. Okay,
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
I'm cool. 'cause I think
Everybody
it's a cool
gives me
idea.
all this appreciation for not
Mhm.
even doing it. So why
Yeah.
would I do it? I
And
just have to
so-
say I'm gonna do it.
And people were like, "Holy shit, that's so cool!"
Yeah.
And so like, it is. I do want to make like a 2D pixel game though. I think that could be a lot of fun. Right now for school, I'm making a game too for my capstone project. So then I'll be done
Cool.
with that, and that has to be all the way to completion. And so we're making
Very
like
cool.
a Doom style shooter.
How
thing.
much harder is it than you thought it would be before you got into it?
I thought coding would be a lot easier than it was, because it's almost like a language.
Is
Yeah.
coding
Ever learned a
what most of
language?
making a game is?
I have a buddy
Mm.
that does coding, and he showed me some stuff, and I'm like, that's so
It's so much
fucking
fun
hard.
once you get into it. But
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the hardest part is probably if it came to like the actual making it, then yeah, probably the Blender, like any sort of art stuff can be really hard too, because if you don't have any art skills, you're fucked.
Yeah.
If you don't
Yeah.
have any coding skills, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You need like all of it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so and then you have to have good design. You have to be creative. You have to like have a cool, unique
You have to have a
game
good
design
vision in
idea,
mind,
yeah,
too.
and like
Yeah.
be very much know what you want. And there's sound effects. That's super important. Music is super important.
hmm
So it kind of just depends.
A game is like the most multimedia thing you could ever produce.
It's
Oh,
so
yeah.
hard
yeah.
to do it by yourself.
Yeah, because if you're making like a story-oriented game for sure, like a lot of a lot of games are like movies.
Mhm.
You're watching movies and then you're like playing in between. Them,
Yeah.
you know what I
It's just a
mean?
movie, and then you get to play till the next
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, so
yeah.
Exactly. Like
Indie
you're playing
games
in
are-
between scenes.
Yeah, and that's why I kind of prefer more. Obviously, if I was gonna make anything, it'd be like an indie game, right? 'Cause you
Yeah.
don't have any cutscenes really. You can still do the big. You can write huge
Mhm.
scripts, do all this cool story stuff, but then have this super unique gameplay, and you get full creative freedom on how you want to do it.
Yeah.
And you have a pretty good idea of what you want to do.
Yeah.
And as long as you don't just do it out of scope, so it doesn't take you 10 years to finish, then you're fine.
Yeah.
And so, but like I enjoy the coding part. I think that's a lot of fun. Honestly, the rest of it isn't as hard as you'd think. At least I don't think it's all that hard. But the
Yeah.
coding was really hard to get into. It's
I
like any other
bet.
language.
Yeah.
Because like
I've tried to learn another language. Difficult.
it's been fun. It's a lot of fun.
No.
Because like I'm learning Japanese now, and that's a ton of fun.
Oh, I bet Japanese.
I've been doing like
is
that for like 2
fucking
years, and it's so
fucking
rewarding. Because like
hard,
now
dude.
I've been playing games. And I'm able
Yeah.
to like play it and enjoy it and read it and understand it. That's been a lot of fun.
That's cool.
I bet.
And then like I took Spanish for 3 years too.
Damn.
So I'm a little iffy on it, but like I can still kind of talk to people a little bit and stuff, and so like it's just it's a lot of fun because it's super rewarding, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
It's like watch a show and you're like, oh,
Do you ever
I know
catch
what the fuck
yourself
you're saying.
thinking in a different language?
sometimes. I'm always surprised at how easily I can like read it. Like I look at it and I just like it just registers. I'm like, oh,
I bet that
Oh,
shit's so
yeah.
like I just know what it
fucking
is.
crazy.
I bet that's
I
cool.
bet it's
crazy.
wild, especially something
Yeah.
like Japanese.
Yeah. And so like I'll be reading something I'm like, man, do I kind of fucking suck at this? Like I don't know what the fuck this word is. I don't know what this word is. I'm like, well, I knew what every other word was before that, so maybe I'm not that bad at it.
Yeah, like it looks alien to me. Swear, like
It just takes
crazy.
time.
I bet, but
Yeah.
just looking at that and understanding that, I bet this is true.
Because it's like I study for like 30 minutes every day of like new stuff. And I'm doing that for like 2 years.
Yeah,
And then it's just like doing immersion material stuff,
yeah,
like watching YouTube videos, reading books, playing games. And then that's the fun part. Because then you're like, I get to play a game and understand what the fuck they're saying.
Yeah.
yeah.
And like read and understand what they're saying. And it's just fun.
I bet that shit's crazy, dude.
Even like like Spanish, I definitely want to work on again once I'm done. And then once I'm done with all those, I don't even know. But I want to keep learning more languages after that.
What one do you want to learn next, mainly?
either. I think Korean could be cool. We talked about. I think Russian could be really cool.
I thought Russian would be really fucking
Could be really cool.
too,
German, just because
dude.
you're fucking. It's goofy sounding. Czech, because I'm Czech, or like Italian maybe. Because
Russian just sounds so fucking like.
Would you ever
pissed
learn
off.
like Mandarin or some form of Chinese?
so hard.
Yeah, because that's what I'm
but the
curious
job
about.
opportunities are so good.
Because that's what I've heard is like learning Mandarin is the hardest language
Yeah.
you could possibly learn. So
Like-
if you learn it, you're pretty much set in any language
Mhm.
stuff you want to do.
Like if you want to talk about hardest languages, I think it is like number one Chinese, but then like any sort of Middle Eastern language, like a lot of the Hebrew and stuff. So
Oh,
it's really, really
yeah.
hard. Japanese is supposed to be hard, and then there's one other one I thought China, and then English.
English, yeah,
is really, really
English
tough
is
to
up
learn
there,
too.
isn't it? Because
Yeah.
well, just because English is a
is
stupid
fucking-
language.
yeah,
It's
God.
just stupid.
Yeah, it's just dumb.
Yeah.
Makes no fucking sense.
Literally, for anybody learning it, it just
Yeah.
doesn't make sense.
Like try to explain the word fuck or ass, especially
Try-
ass.
try to-
Badass, that's ass.
Try to-
This is like anything, right?
Try
Like,
to
there's so
explain
many
that there's
different ways.
3 different words for there. There's
Yeah.
3 different literally spellings for there, and you
Yeah.
could
Or fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, like
fuck.
how do you explain the
They're
entirety
fucking-
of the word
This
fuck?
fucking sucks.
Yeah, this is fucking gas. This is so much fucking fun. This
This
is so fucking
fucks.
stupid. This is fuck. Like, how do you explain that to
Yeah,
somebody who doesn't? Like,
dude. Oh
it
my
takes just
God.
hours and hours of immersion to
The fact
understand.
that we could
Literally.
even understand that is crazy.
It's crazy,
dude.
yeah.
And it's like it's the same with any other language too. Like
Or
there's
like
things
fuck
that.
you.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, is that a good thing? You just, dude, you're the fucking best. Like, oh, you mean he's shit? No, I mean he's great. Like,
even like
makes no sense.
Or
Some of the
you're
way
the
I-
shit.
yeah, like,
like-
imagine explaining shit to somebody. Like any of those, right? And there's so many different
Literally.
nuances to things like that. Yeah.
even our sentences are set up weird sometimes. Like you could say something just in a certain way and it mean a completely different thing
Different
if you said
thing.
it a different way.
And
If you
like-
add a question mark to it, it
Mhm.
completely changes the
Yeah.
whole sentiment
Like
of the
you
sentence.
could be like, dude, that's crazier. That's crazy.
Yeah, like sarcasm.
Yeah,
Right? That's not a thing-
exactly.
That's not a thing in some languages. I'm like, what is this sarcasm shit? What are you making fun of me? Like,
I'm gonna-
why?
I'm
Why do
gonna
you say it like that? I don't understand.
I'm gonna suck in different countries.
I don't
I'm one of
care
the
what-
most sarcastic people ever.
Yeah, you
I
can't
don't
be.
know any other languages, but I feel like English is probably the funniest one.
Probably.
It's
If
a lot
you wanna
easier to
be funny
express
in a
yourself to
language-
like the minute detail in English than it
Yeah.
comes to when it like in Spanish and Japanese. I think it's a lot harder.
Oh yeah.
But you can explain the exact amount of how fucked up this thing is
Yeah.
so well in English,
yeah.
where like it's a lot harder in some other languages. But like
Dude.
you can get it down in English.
Like if you want to be funny in any language, I feel like it's English probably.
Most
Because
likely.
like that's like where like the most like stand-up comedians come.
you can
at
be
it, too.
absurd.
Well, that's all. Because I mean, how many other language stand-up comedians are you watching?
Fair.
Like, I
Yeah,
don't know.
true.
It's true.
I don't know if it's true or
sure
not,
there's
but-
plenty of Spanish
Yeah,
comedians
and they're
out
probably
there.
fucking
They're
hilarious.
probably
you
dope.
know?
Yeah.
But you wouldn't know because you don't know Spanish, right? It's like it's just kind of how it goes.
I wonder if there's Chinese stand-up comedians. Like in
That'd be
China,
That's a good
actively
That's an
question.
filming.
eggshell
Like that
walking
do it-
industry right there.
Yeah,
that do it in
dude.
China.
You
You
gotta
gotta
be
be
make
like
fun of.
the most smartest person in the world. with
You can't make
words,
fun of
dude.
a lot of things in China.
Oh my god, you gotta be like a genius with that shit.
Yeah.
Or like a North Korean stand-up comedian. Holy shit, dude!
Oh my god, dude.
Can't
I
say
don't-
anything.
Yeah, dude. You have to like be like, you have to just be a Kim Jong Un dick writer.
You have to be.
That's your job.
like they say that they have portraits of him in like in their houses and stuff.
yeah.
That could very well be true.
I wonder if like he's like their Jesus.
He tries to make it like from what I've seen is that he tries to make Korea seem like it's a lot more of a powerhouse than it is to his own citizens.
Yeah.
So they're very confident in like North Korea's the best.
Because he does all those like fucking weird ass fucking missile
He's such a
parades and
fucking
shit.
goofy guy.
I know, dude.
Yeah.
I'd love to meet him and just like be like,
You
"What
couldn't.
up, man?"
He'd be
He'd
an
shoot- he'd
interesting
kill
guy
you.
to meet.
I'd, s- I'd love to just sit there and talk to him.
If I was gonna meet anybody who was like a big dictator, it'd probably be like Putin. I think Putin could be.
I'd love to talk to
I've watched
Putin.
like an interview with him, and he was honestly like a pretty like obviously he's a piece of shit, but he's a pretty smart guy. Which
Yeah.
obviously you have
You
to.
have
You've
to
been in
be.
power for that long. And
Yeah.
you're able to stay in power for that long. He's a smart guy.
If you could meet anybody dead or alive, who would it be?
Fuck, man. Who knows? Pretty big into philosophy, so maybe a philosopher or something. I think that could be cool. I think like Einstein could be pretty cool too. 'Cause He's so
Einstein would be
fucking
sick.
smart.
Yeah.
He had a certain I can't. It was like he said he knew the secret to the universe. All he had to do was like figure out the math. Leave him
Yeah.
alive for an hour, but like figure that shit out, bro.
Yeah.
We're gonna get something done here. Something like that, or yeah, I don't know. He's like Jung or Nietzsche would be really cool too. I don't know. That's a hard one. There's so
I'd
many
want to
cool
meet Da
people.
Vinci.
He was
Oh,
he was
that'd be-
smart. He was really smart.
Be like,
He came up with like the big tank with all the guns around it and shit.
I just want to.
Yeah.
I just
Airplane,
want to
the
know like
helicopter,
what
right?
he was like as a guy.
Him or like Michelangelo too.
Didn't he have some
Yeah.
sort of like glider type design too?
Yeah,
Yep.
he had a
Yeah.
lot of crazy designs.
He was a smart person.
Yeah.
Oh,
Seems like an interesting guy to meet.
there's so many cool people that would be so cool to meet who are dead now.
Yeah, dude. There's not many cool people alive today.
I'm waiting for our next Einstein, bro.
Yeah,
You know,
like what's our
smart person.
equivalent?
Like, Neil deGrasse Tyson's pretty smart, but
Musk.
not up there. Right? He's not that insane amount.
I wouldn't
mean,
even
that
put him in the
Einstein
same
was.
category.
Musk
Oh.
is pretty smart, but I wouldn't
Stephen
put him at
Hawking
the level of
died.
Einstein.
Yeah, no.
I
Elon
mean,
the
Musk
only
is a
pers-
different kind of
The
smart.
only
Exactly,
person I would have
yeah.
put Elon Musk is a businessman to me. The only
Oh.
person I would have put up there is Stephen Hawking, but he's dead now.
Yep.
Yeah. He was pretty smart too. He had his
Yeah.
things. He wasn't always right, but I
But
mean,
there's
he was
nobody
always
alive right
He-
now.
Who is always right?
Yeah.
What if
nobody.
it's you, Clint?
Maybe I just get smart one day.
You're just
who
gonna,
knows?
gonna go to college, get
Get
into
super
math?
smart.
What if
yeah.
you just start really thinking?
like I
about
just
things?
realized something one day. I'm like, damn,
Maybe
that's true. I'm gonna go with that.
Like on some who's the dude who discovered gravity? What's his name? I forget.
Newton.
one day,
Newton.
yeah.
Yep. Like you just discover something crazy like
Like
that. one
yeah,
day.
like it,
You hit in the head with an apple.
yeah.
Just a
an apple
concept
falls
that
on my
it's
I
like,
think
head.
that was even true,
holy
yeah.
shit! How have we not realized this?
Yeah,
yet?
yeah.
He was also an alchemist, to be fair. He was a little goofball himself.
Isaac Newton.
I respect
Yeah.
alchemy.
It's pretty cool.
Pretty sick.
The ideas behind it are really
It's
cool.
pretty edgy.
It's true.
It's super edgy.
True. He was a weird guy, but like I love that kind of like weird, funky stuff. Like
Yeah,
that,
dude. That
where it's like
that that weird little rebel shit.
yeah, and it's
dude.
like all these cool alchemical symbols and why they did what they did. I think
Yeah.
like people are so interesting. I love
Oh,
learning about
dude.
shit like that.
People are some of the most interesting things on the planet.
There's
Do you
so
guys
fucking
think
cool.
time travel is possible?
Forward, not backward. Yeah.
That's what people have said.
Why forward, not backward?
I listened to Neil deGrasse Tyson talk.
There's
about
a
it. He has a really good explanation for why you can't go backward, and it has something to do with like I don't even know. I don't even want to begin to explain
the
it
way
'cause
to
I
go,
don't
like,
know.
And I watched like a whole video about like how black holes work and how that kind of thing works. If you want to like go into like different universes or something, when you because you hear about like the multi-dimension type stuff and how
Yeah,
it could be
yeah.
a thing. That stuff's cool, but it's all.
I'd
kinda
like to
theoretical
believe,
at this
yeah,
point.
I'd like to believe like in like a multiverse, like not like multiple dimensions on top of each other type of
Mhm.
theory. That'd be pretty cool if we could find some way to prove that. That'd be really interesting. Like we're all living the same lives, just in different ways. Yeah.
Well, they say it's a thing because of the way that like electrons work. When there's nothing acting on them at all, they teleport in weird ways, like
Ooh.
or they can be at different places, two different places at once, and that's why they think it's a thing.
Crazy.
And that's what like the electron split experiment is. It's like when you have nothing acting on it at all, it reacts very differently than when you have like light on it or other things
Yeah.
that act on it.
No.
And so I think there was a Chinese tech company or some sort of Chinese company that found a way to transfer information through electrons like that,
Really?
but not a lot, right?
Well-
so like it's still very new
Obviously,
and tiny, but it's
uh,
something that
it's-
can happen.
but it's something that they're starting to figure out. Yeah. That's
That-
cool.
That's why the kind of teleportation scares the shit out of me too, though. The idea of taking yourself apart
And
at
then
the atom and
putting
back
it
together.
somewhere
Are
else.
you still you at that
Yeah.
point? You know,
Or a different you or something. Yeah. A like refurbished you.
Mhm.
Like you'd be a
like
different
everything about
version.
you's the same, but you're dead, and there's like a new
yeah.
you walking.
Because you
around.
got completely taken apart and
Mhm.
re-put somewhere else. Yeah. That's scary.
So fuck that.
Space stuff is scary, man.
Mhm.
It all is scary. Black holes scare me.
I would not mind going into a black hole.
I've,
We found one that was
It-
what was it, 28 times
y-
bigger than we theoretically
yeah.
I
thought
would
possible, something like that.
100% go into a
I've-
black hole.
I've heard
Specifically, the one at the center of the universe.
I've heard theories of what happens, and basically all that happens is you just get stretched out, and then you just die.
It's like the spaghettification.
Yeah,
stuff.
it's
I don't remember how true that is. I think.
But I mean, who knows?
Yeah,
Who's
when
ne-
when you
who's
see
I
videos
never
wouldn't mind
survived
about
the
it,
black
'Cause,
hole?
Yeah.
Dude, imagine it's not.
Imagine it's like
Imagine you just like go
in-
through it and then you like wake up in some hospital bed
You
and
watched
you're just like, holy shit, dude.
Everything's
no
the same
fuck.
except for like
Literally.
just one little thing changed.
Literally,
Yeah.
dude. Could
You-
you imagine.
You watch
Albert
too
Einstein's a
many
black guy
movies,
now,
I
but everything
think.
else is the same.
It could be that.
Yeah, I think it's that.
It could
that
be
you just
that.
watch too many movies.
It could be that.
And then
though.
the idea
could
that
be. You
if
never
you watch
know.
somebody go into a black hole, eventually they'll just stop moving and you won't be able to see them anymore because light can't escape anymore.
Yeah.
And so like that's the last image you'd see of them. It's just
Yeah.
them not moving.
Well, could you imagine like you go into the black hole, you wake up in the hospital bed, and like you said, one thing's different, and they're like,
everything else is
they're
same.
like, they're like, hello, and they're like, where am I? And they're like, we know why you're here. We sent somebody to do the same exact thing.
and they're you.
He
but
looked
he's been replaced.
just
Yeah.
like you.
Mm-hmm. And then you would think you're crazy. You'd be like, no, there's no way. Like,
Right.
am I just insane? There's no way that happened. Why is this one thing, but everything else is the same?
Exactly.
You think you're crazy.
Exactly. You would, yeah.
Because it's really easy to convince people that
Oh,
everything they think is true isn't true.
100%.
People are
If-
so easy to convince.
Especially when it
it's
comes like
crazy.
if everything confirms that around them, then they just
They'll
accept
believe it, yeah.
Yep.
And then that's
You ever
just-
seen Shutter Island?
I have
Exactly.
Yep.
You get a
Yep.
whole bunch
That's
of
like
people
a
to
perfect-
go with
yeah.
crazy
go with
motherfucker.
one
Yeah,
story. You're,
dude.
like, you're set.
Yeah. And you don't want to doubt yourself.
Yep.
That's why people are so fucking weird and interesting. And like same thing in the sense of people would rather kill other people than admit that they're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And that shit's crazy. Like, that's every war. And that's super crazy. I think that's super cool.
Yeah, dude. Shit's
Because
insane.
people just won't admit they're wrong.
It's that primal barbaric.
If
It's just stuff in us.
if everybody was trying to convince me that I was crazy
Mm.
and I thought I wasn't crazy,
That's every schizophrenic person ever.
I would do some crazy shit.
Just to see or just to
No,
prove
just
them
to-
right?
Because you can now, and that's their
Because you
expectation.
can, yeah.
Because that would be my natural reaction
Yeah.
to everybody trying to convince me I'm crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what makes it cool.
Ah. I got water.
It's a weird little paradox.
Kind of, yeah.
Schizophrenia is genuinely probably like my worst fear.
That's
Any
scary.
type of
That
like
It's
or
scary.
Dementia.
Yeah.
crazy mental
Alzheimer's
illness
stuff,
that like
yeah.
truly feels like
Anything
insanity.
with the brain is very scary.
See, I'd rather get shot 48 times and survive somehow than become crazy.
So I realized that it was crazy because I was going to talk about this anyway, but the fact that we're on the brain subject now is kind of crazy. We've talked about it a few times.
We've said crazy a lot.
but I've
Yeah,
had
chill out, get our vocabulary bigger than this.
I've had quite a bit of concussions, quite a
Mm.
lot. And today I was making breakfast and there was a ringing in my ear, and that happens to me a little bit, like, and it usually only lasts a few seconds. This time I literally lasted for like an hour because I was just ate my breakfast and everything, went and started watching shows, and there was just a little ringing in my ear the whole time, and I was like, damn, that's probably not good.
This is it.
Yeah,
I'm dead.
that's probably not good. And then it went away, and I was like, I'm fine now. Who
Mhm.
cares?
Yeah, you just accept things as they are.
Yep.
Yeah. Fuck it. What if you go crazy on some Aaron Hernandez type shit?
Well, he had a lot of CTE, yeah.
Yeah, see?
I believe I could. Yeah.
If you
Some
killed
Antonio
me,
Brown.
if you killed me and then killed yourself and the afterlife was a thing, bro.
I'm pissed.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
mad.
Yo. Yo.
That ain't right.
We gonna have some words in the afterlife.
Yo. Yo.
I'm better now. We're good.
Hey,
But
we're
yeah,
up here
yeah,
now.
What if he's
we're good
cool
now.
now? What if he's cool now after that?
I'd be so pressed.
I'd be chill.
I would be like the opposite of chill.
I'd be like, this is exactly what I wanted. Perfect.
I would get God to do some crazy shit to you.
Damn.
I don't think you would.
That'd be pretty rude of God to
I
do.
bet I could convince them.
I doubt it.
This guy killed me. You don't
I-
understand. I don't think you guys would
I
be in the
don't-
same place, to be
I
honest.
don't. Yeah, I don't think I'd be there. I think I'd be somewhere else.
Just in case you made it there.
Like on the
Somehow.
off chance he like filed me wrong.
First thing, God's like, what do you think? Hey, I have a request. What is it? There's this guy, Clint Tuesday, he fucking killed me. And if he's going to be, he's not going to be. But just in case he's here, I want you to do some fucked up shit to him.
I walk around the corner. He's like, that him?
If hell is like your worst experience ever, what would hell be for you, Clint?
I don't even know. I always just I grew up with reading having the Bible in me, so it was always just I always imagined it as just being on fire all the time. You know, just a fire pit.
You would
It's
just
kind
be
of-
on fire all the time?
I've heard a few different theories that this one would be pretty bad too. Is you just see all the people you care about die over and over and over again in different gruesome ways.
Yeah, that
for
would
eternity.
suck.
That would suck.
Yeah,
You ever read Dante's Inferno?
No, but I've
That's
heard
what
it's an
Hell's
insane
based
book.
off of.
It's
Yeah,
very good.
the
Ways that they,
hell wasn't even a thing until that book came out.
I think it was.
I think
I
it
like-
was.
there was no
not
any
like
popular
not like
all
the
the-
way people think about it.
exactly
now,
all the
though.
theories about what hell is came from that
I
book,
read
I
it not too
believe.
long ago, and it's so interesting the way that he decided, like who he decided was the worst of the worst, and what their punishments were. Like if you were lustful, you got blown around by wind, because you were blown around by your desires in life. If you killed yourself, you're a tree.
I wouldn't mind getting blown around by some wind.
Yeah, well, it kind of sucks.
What
I
if it's
guess.
like tornado, hurricane level?
It's supposed to be like
wind?
burning wind, like scorching wind.
Ah,
Oh, okay. Then.
fire wind.
Okay, then.
Then if you killed yourself, you're a
Fuck that.
tree, because
Oh.
you didn't value your body and life, and
I
so
wouldn't mind being.
you have like
fucking-
Valkyries.
Being a tree
that-
would actually be
well,
dope.
see, but then Valkyries come by and they scratch you up and fuck you up.
Yeah, imagine being a tree and just a fucking fat ass lumberjack comes and cuts you down, turns you into like the Bible. That'd be ass.
That'd be sick.
What if you killed people, you're in a pool of blood, like a boiling pool of blood, and centaurs went around and shot you with arrows to make sure you stayed in. The more people you killed, the deeper in you were.
Yeah. I
Pretty
could see some
crazy,
serial
yeah.
killers getting off on something like that, though.
Pretty crazy
I don't
theories.
think so. I don't think you want to get boiled alive your whole forever.
That's what's always weird
Well,
about
like,
Go
What
ahead.
do they do about your pain tolerance, though?
That's
Like
what
in
I.
hell?
Yeah.
I don't think you have one.
That's what-
Okay.
yeah.
I don't
that-
think there's a pain tolerance above getting boiled alive.
That's how I always
Shot with
thought of it.
arrows.
Is like
yeah, but see, like, wouldn't
is-
like
once you reach that like
shock.
that's what I was just about. Is
But you're
once
no
you
longer a
reach that
person.
shock level, it probably would just reset, so it just feels the same. Like
Because you're
once
no
you
longer a
reach
person,
that level,
right? Like it's,
Okay.
it's no longer a person anymore. You're different.
you're like an
Whatever you are
entity
now, yeah.
right now. Yeah.
So what? I think the way you work is different. It wouldn't be as you are as a person. It'd be something else.
You would never
Yeah.
get used to it if that's what
Yeah.
you're asking. Yeah.
And it
There's,
was
like-
interesting. Like if you
yeah.
didn't believe in God and you were an atheist, you were put in like in a hole in the ground in hell,
Damn.
because that's what you believed in.
was just
Just shit like that.
Yeah,
Like it was so
that's
interesting the way that
crazy.
he decided to do it.
What
And he
was
put like
the worst
betrayers at
one?
the bottom. It was like betrayers, and they were frozen in ice.
What's betrayers?
People who like stabbed. I think it was their family
Oh, okay.
or best friends in the back.
oh damn.
Things like
like,
that. Who like
Yeah.
betrayed them.
Like if I shot Clint in the fucking
Yeah,
face.
yeah,
right
and
now.
or like if you like
Okay.
if you guys were really into business, right, and then you made them sign a bunk contract,
I
and
would
fucked 'em
totally
out.
Yeah,
do
and fuck
that.
me over.
I
or
would
something.
totally do that.
and they were frozen. I can't remember the exact. It was something like that. I'm like, yeah, they were frozen in ice.
I wouldn't mind being frozen in ice.
You
compared to
definitely
being
would.
boiled
I
alive.
love how you
because
say
they're
you're
awake.
not-
They're awake the whole time.
I love how you say
And they're
you're
just
not gonna
cold.
mind this, and you definitely would.
compared to being
horrible.
boiled in blood alive. I wouldn't mind being in some ice, bro. That's all I'm
For
saying.
all eternity being awake.
What
the
would you
whole
rather
time.
choose? What would you rather choose?
Well,
what
there's
would you
being
rather
on
choose?
fire, or not, there's getting boiled, right? But isn't the whole idea of being so cold that you start to burn a thing?
I'm
Yeah.
factoring
Especially if
like
you're awake.
grossness too. Like whose blood is that?
Just blood.
Like
Just
whose blood?
Random.
Blood, man.
All
Just
blood.
like conjured up blood.
sure.
Yeah.
It's clean blood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
dirty.
Blood
yeah,
from
it's the
nothing.
cleanest of clean bloods,
Yeah,
dude.
blood from nothing.
It's hell blood.
Yeah.
Okay, like straight from the source.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's like direct source blood.
And then you had like Alexander the Great.
Amazon
he was at the very
Prime
bottom
blood.
of the
Like
book.
if
Sorry.
I were to like get some in my eyes, I wouldn't have to be crazy worried about it because it hasn't
No.
been inside of a person blood.
No, I think you'd just be sad.
Okay.
And if you tried to crawl out, you get shot by an arrow.
What's outside of the ice?
More ice.
Ice. I
I
think
think it's
Satan.
just-
Satan was at the bottom.
Just infinite ice.
Yeah, like Satan was at the bottom. It's like it's shaped like a cone.
Satan's at the bottom.
Yeah, it's shaped like a cone. And then
Am
it
I
goes in
able to
rings.
talk to him?
No, I
No.
don't think so.
You're
He's a
nice.
funky
How would
dude.
you talk?
Yeah, you can't talk. You just sit there.
I don't know how sound vibrations carry through ice.
Then
No talking.
Yeah.
You just sit there and you just look up and you can like blink. I think they talked about that pretty.
You can
in depth.
blink?
Yeah, you can move, like that kind. But you can't like move. But you can like blink.
Well, like, you know those people who like get like really fucking in tune with the cold? Like that dude who like goes and like
But he has
Yeah,
never
like-
been frozen before.
yeah, like mountain men and stuff. Like, well, think about like what's
Doesn't a cold
what's that
plunge?
magician David Blaine who like
Yeah.
froze himself in a block of ice for
Yeah.
a while. Yeah, like
Wasn't that guy fake?
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure he was fake as fuck.
I have no idea.
maybe.
maybe.
I've seen
maybe
clips. I have
Yeah,
never
yeah.
actually watched him or anything he
It's
does.
like Chris Angel.
but
Chris
fraud.
Angel's fake.
No, yeah. You know, it's supposed to be like the worst thing, and then the fact that you obviously betrayed your best friend. Or
I
family
could think of a
members.
lot worse things than being frozen in ice.
I don't know. That's just the way he depicted it. It was-
Imagine being
it's the way
shit
he
on to
thought about
death.
it. Maybe
that is one of them.
forever.
That is one of them.
Shit on to death?
Yeah. I think it was if you were gluttonous in life, like you consumed a lot, whether it was through
That's a good
monetary
one.
gains or
You
through-
pooped in an alleyway.
you like sit and shit.
And you just get shit on to death.
Yeah,
That would be a horrible death.
that would be.
Don't be consumerist.
Don't be gluttonous, man.
But then there's also like, imagine getting fucked by a T-Rex to death forever.
That wasn't one of them. I don't remember that one. I don't think they knew dinosaurs existed.
But
back then.
wouldn't that suck?
It'd be
That
pretty
would-
rough.
that would
But like,
suck.
what did you do to warrant that? What's the
Yeah,
symbolism
what's the
behind
sin? that you got?
Desecrated
that? A T-Rex?
a T-Rex.
Like, you ruined his
Fossils,
bones?
Like
yeah.
peed on his bones or something.
I don't think that. I don't
Yeah.
think that's a sin.
I don't know if that's a sin.
I don't remember
that's
that part
just
of the Bible.
Earth. You're not good at this.
Okay.
It's
But if
interesting.
you dug up a human skeleton, if somebody dug up a human
Like
skeleton
desecrating?
and like did some weird shit to it, would
Oh.
you guys consider that a sin?
Probably,
yeah.
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 So why is a
Probably.
T-Rex skeleton different?
Because people are valued more than animals.
Yes.
Okay.
That's how it always is. That's how it even is in like religion too. Like
Yeah.
according to most, until recently, I guess the Pope said. But I always grew up knowing my pets don't go to heaven.
Me
and stuff
personally,
like that.
if I find out that you dug up a human skeleton and fucked it,
Yeah, that's
and
a
then I
sin.
also found out that you
Mm-hmm.
dug up a T-Rex skeleton and fucked it, I would think that you guys are both pretty fucking weird
But see, like,
Yeah.
at the, like the
But-
same level.
But see, but
but no one
in-
has that attachment to a T-Rex like they do.
Exactly.
Like their grandma.
exactly.
Okay,
It's
if it was
different.
my grandma, then.
See, attachment.
But if it was also my family dog, that he did it to, and you did it to my grandma.
But you'd still think the grandma's
But
worse.
But that also goes back to what we were talking about culturally.
Maybe.
What if he did it to like your family goat that you didn't care about that much that you were gonna eat when it died? It's like a cultural thing still.
How much did I like the goat?
That's what I'm saying. You didn't like it very
You
much.
thought it was pretty good.
Okay,
you thought
then.
it tasted pretty good.
It tasted good, but after you buried it,
Did I name it?
you didn't
Like
name it,
falafel
but it
or
was
something?
named.
Okay, okay.
It
Could have
was
named
okay.
it like falafel or something. Yeah.
Did I remember the name vividly, or did I kind of like forget it every time I saw it?
You probably remember. You'd
Its
be like, "Oh,
name
it's
was,
falafel, dude."
Yeah,
Fiona. Yeah,
I would forget Fiona, but I
See, there
remember
you go.
falafel.
falafel's a cool name.
If it's a
too.
creative name, I'd remember. If it wasn't that.
But you're
Okay.
always, like, if you have a pig, you're supposed to name it like bacon or something, because that way you always know, like, this is what's
Yeah.
gonna happen to it. So
Yeah.
Get attached.
have a goat, call it goat meat.
If you have a chicken, name it Nugget.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
exactly.
That
yeah.
nuggets tastes pretty fucking good when you're done with them.
If you have a cow, name it T-bone.
Name it steak.
Mm.
Yeah. If you have a
Make me hungry.
beef.
if you have
A fish, call it a fish
if
stick.
you have a giraffe, name it
Sirloin. I don't know. Probably
Yeah.
draft sirloins.
something. There people have eaten giraffe before.
Oh,
right?
yeah, for sure.
Everything's been eaten.
I wonder if giraffe
Every
is a
animal's
white
been
meat or a
eaten.
dark meat.
Probably dark.
Probably dark because it's bigger.
What about dolphin?
I don't know. Dolphin?
Red.
Red?
Bright red meat.
You think?
I
Oh,
would.
yeah.
I would believe that. It's,
It's
a,
a
sea
mammal.
animal.
Yeah, you're
it's a sea
right.
As long as it's a
mammal. Yeah,
mammal, then-
Yeah. Okay. Okay. What about
Even giraffe's probably red meat, to be honest.
You're right.
true. Very true.
Pelican.
That's probably light meat. I would
Yeah,
think.
That's some light meat. Yeah, it's Nemo.
Yeah. I think pretty much all bird is like light meat stuff like that.
I think some.
You don't know.
Honestly, I'd be down to try a pelican or something. Why not?
Has anyone ever eaten, like, not here obviously, but do you think anyone, like, for sure?
What's
Never
the
mind.
weirdest
I re-
animal you've eaten?
The weird. I don't think I've ever actually eaten like a weird animal.
Japan had some weird shit.
What have you eaten that's weird?
A lot of it was all just in Japan. So like, I
Well,
had,
yeah,
like,
okay.
I've had
little tiny
octopus,
Yeah, octopus is really good.
You ate that octopus, yeah.
but I had mine raw, no flavor.
Yep.
no
See,
He's-
I
'cause
had,
he's
I had a
an
raw
idiot.
squid. And that shit was good.
I didn't like
No, it wasn't. It was pretty ass.
It was
But
pretty fucking disgusting.
Good for the culture.
yeah,
Whoa. I don't
I've
think
had
I've
antelope.
I
ever
had like pig heart, and that was pretty good.
I've had
Pretty chewy.
antelope.
trying to think. I don't think I've ever eaten like
Lots of weird fish. I had like cuttlefish. That was pretty good.
I've eaten fish, but not weird fish. Zoe, stop it. Stop it. Make sure that doesn't tip over.
Hey,
I can see her.
cat.
She's in the thing right there. I see her.
But like cuttlefish was really good.
Really?
What's cuttlefish taste like?
Almost like chicken, dude. That shit's gas. Something like octopus and squid stuff. So good.
I know I've always wanted to try it. I've actually only eaten at the Rib and Chop once, but I know they have like crocodile or alligator that you can
What?
eat there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to try that because I think that'd be the only weird thing I've ever.
What about
eaten.
snake? Would you guys ever eat snake?
I'd eat
It's supposed to be like
snake.
chicken too. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be
I'd
pretty
eat
good.
snake,
Would you guys ever
dude. If you
There's
fry,
really not
like
much I
fry a
wouldn't eat.
snake,
As
oh.
long as it wasn't killed really fucked up, I think I wouldn't care. Like
Yeah,
shark fin, they get that
and-
in a fucked up way. I
Oh
wouldn't
yeah,
eat that.
dude. The way they get
Shark
shark,
fin
fins,
soup?
they literally
like-
cut off all their fins and,
And
then
they
throw them back
in
in
the ocean. Like that's
Yeah.
horrible.
Mhm.
I wouldn't want to eat shark fin. But if it, maybe not whale, because again, like it's not all that humane the way they do it.
Yeah.
But most animals, yeah,
Don't-
fuck it, why not?
I saw something
like
recently on
pets.
like I think it's about beached whales.
What
It's
about
like,
squirrel? Would you guys eat squirrel?
I'd eat squirrel.
Fuck.
Yeah. When a whale gets beached, I think they have to like either the whale naturally does it when it's exposed to that much air, or they have to do it to get it back to the water, or just to dispose of it. They have to pump it full of air, and it bloats up super big, and then eventually explodes. So I think they put it back in the water.
Did you ever see the picture
Inflate
of
it.
the truck that was hauling a
Yeah.
whale through the city?
Yeah.
And it blew up. Imagine you're walking on the street and you get fucking whale pussy all
Like,
over
oh.
you, dude. Whale
So
dick?
gross.
rough.
All over your face, just
Dude,
whale
everywhere,
dick.
yeah.
It's cum sack, just
See, that's
it's shit sack all over you, Clint. What are you doing?
Probably killing
You're
myself.
going home and
honestly.
showering, dude. You're like, fuck this.
I'm not even going home and showering, dude. I am finding the nearest body of water, jumping in
Yeah.
it, and spending at least 3 hours in it until I am completely clean, dude.
Oh man, if I'm gonna suffer, I'm gonna make everyone else suffer too. I'm gonna get on that train and I'm gonna sit there and smell horrible. Everyone's just gonna have to
Yeah.
deal with it until I get home.
I don't know if I could deal with it.
It'd be bad.
I mean,
Shit
you
all over
yourself
me.
would get used to it pretty fast because you're right next to it. So
Like, well, this is my life for the next
Yeah.
couple hours. Like,
I would throw up
Honestly,
until it was
after, like-
off of me.
after
I
like
would throw up until it was off of me.
I could definitely see throwing up. That would definitely be on the
I
high
get
list
that.
of things to do.
Yeah,
Yeah. Gross.
It's not very good.
definitely
Very
not
gross.
the best idea.
I think anything I wouldn't eat. Probably just cat and dog, to be honest. I
Yeah.
don't eat pets. Anything other than pets.
Would you guys eat like a little tiny cute turtle?
A turtle?
Yep.
I'd
Yeah.
eat a turtle.
Monkey.
That's getting close.
It's very closely related.
Yeah, I don't know.
The
They're pretty
monkey-
smart. They're pretty fucking smart.
Like the smartest monkeys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
would
probably
would
not.
monkey even taste good?
They're pretty.
Would you
mean.
guys eat a Planet of the Apes monkey?
No, that's just a dude with
Yeah,
extra
that's
fur.
just a man.
that's just,
That's
dude with
just a
fur.
man.
Would you guys eat Caesar?
No, fuck no. I would not eat
Like
Caesar.
Julius Caesar?
No, like Caesar
Like
from
the
Planet of
monkey.
the Apes.
Oh, the monkey? No, I wouldn't eat Caesar.
Hot and ready.
I wouldn't eat Caesar.
Fair.
He's too goated.
Like I was down to eat anything they put in front of me in Japan. I ate that shit. I was like, why not? It was good every damn time. The weirder it was, the better it tasted.
What would you guys do if you found out you accidentally ate a person? Like you went to some fucked up restaurant, horror movie type shit.
You just have to accept
Like
it.
that
What are you
one.
gonna do, right?
What's that one movie? The Menu that we watched a
Yeah.
little
Yeah,
while
yeah,
ago.
yeah.
Yeah. They make you eat some weird ass shit.
You just have to accept it.
I
What
think
are you gonna
you'd
do?
have to accept it. I mean, I'd puke. Obviously, probably feel bad about myself for a week or
Yeah.
two, and
Yeah.
then
I mean,
just move on.
A
with my
week
life.
or two.
You can be like, well, I mean, what are you supposed to do, right? You're supposed to be like, oh no, what have I done? You didn't do it on purpose.
You didn't.
Like,
yeah, like you.
you can sit on it all you want. Nothing's gonna change.
You guys get in a plane crash.
And I have to eat someone to stay alive.
Are you doing it or are you just
Yeah.
dying?
Am I killing
If-
them? Well,
what-
okay,
like-
this is the question, right?
Yeah,
do I
yeah,
think I'm
yeah.
gonna get saved in time if I eat this person,
If you
or am I
have
just
the,
trying to artificially extend my life for like another 2 weeks?
you have the choice between eating two different people
Yeah.
at first, starting off, right? You can either eat, right, like an old man or an old woman. Who are you eating?
I'm a guy.
I'd eat the man first, obviously.
Yeah, because like I'm a guy. I'm very much women to me are a little bit higher,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna eat the guy.
You
first.
respect the women a little more.
Yeah.
You're gonna be a gentleman even when you're eating people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I respect that.
you got to keep.
I
your
have a
morals
question.
somewhere.
I have a question
Exactly.
regarding this as well. Do I have like, because this happened on a mountain. There's a movie about this
Yep.
where people got stranded on a mountain after a plane crash, but they came to a vote on like kill me, eat me, stay alive as long as you can. They like would vote for it and stuff.
I would always vote for somebody else to die.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, that's what everybody would do, right? And if you end
obviously.
up being the person that everyone votes for, you're like,
Fuck, dude, I'd be so
Exactly.
pissed, dude.
you'd be like, damn.
They would
I
never
guess-
be me because I'm skinny.
That's
Yeah,
true.
you're
They'd
skinny.
they'd probably initially start out
with the
trying to do
biggest,
morally right. So they wouldn't even do
older,
biggest; they do oldest,
oldest,
and then they'd be like, "This isn't enough food," and then they go to the biggest.
Well, who wants to eat a rotten old person?
Well, because
I
you
mean,
want to be.
if
you
I'm
wanna
eating
you want to
somebody-
stay.
you got to understand people. They'd want to be moral at first.
You
They want to feel like they're a good
you,
person.
You want to feel as good as possible for as long as possible.
and
you know?
then when you actually realize that it tastes like shit,
and it's not
and
going to
it's old
last.
and it doesn't last for long because they're so skinny, then you'd be like, I don't care about morals anymore. We're gonna eat the big guy, and then that's where you'd go from there. Then they'd start killing each other. Cause you're like, what if I'm next? Especially the big guy would start lashing out. The next biggest guy, he'd start trying to kill people. Yeah,
Yeah. It's where bad shit happens, man.
because no one wants to be the guy who's gonna get eaten.
For real. As long as you stay skinny, you'll always be safe, though.
But
Nobody will want to eat
That's
you.
honestly why I've stayed skinny this
Sure.
whole time.
Yeah.
just in case.
That's
Just in
specific.
case.
That
Yeah.
very specific
Yeah.
reason.
You never know
never
if
know.
you might get stranded
Yep.
with a group of people.
Exactly.
You ever read Lord of the Flies? Shit happens, man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or even like The Hatchet.
The hatchet was so dope.
Hatchet's
I
good.
love the hatchet in
book.
elementary school.
Makes
Shout
me
out.
think of like all those things like the manly urge to do this.
I
to like
know.
I
fight
know.
What my buddy's girlfriend called it a manacy, where it's like you want to die fighting off a bear from
Yeah,
your kid or
yeah,
something. I'm like,
dude.
that'd be so sick.
Oh yeah,
You and your
dude.
kid are out hunting, and you see a bear. I got this.
You're
You
like,
go to the car.
Run.
Mm-hmm.
Every
look
And
back.
you fend off the bear.
every male's also had like the saving people fantasy
Mhm.
where you're like in a school shooting or something and
Yeah.
you're taking down the school shooter or something like that.
You're walking down the street and a building's on
Yeah,
fire.
yeah, and you
know
go
there's a
save
family in there.
someone.
Fuck yeah.
Man,
No.
it, like the way you just put it is probably the best thing ever. Manacies.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Every
they're so cool.
guy has those where you're
Yeah.
just like, I could do that.
Wouldn't it be cool if I decided to pick up a family of 2 on my back?
Yeah,
walk
just
their ass
haul
out
them
the-
out in the
out
middle
the-
of a fire.
Yeah, that you'd feel so fucking cool. You bust the door down.
No.
Oh man,
Realistically, you walk in, you catch on fire, you die
die.
immediately.
Or like you asphyxiate.
Damn.
Go up the stairs and you asphyxiate. And you're
yeah,
dead.
like, I didn't think about any of
I
this.
should have crawled up the stairs. Or to just bleed out in the woods like on a snowy night.
Oh
Fuck,
yeah, dude.
that'd be so cool.
Snow falling on your face.
Fuck yeah,
You're laying up staring at the moon.
that'd be so sick.
Manly shit,
Yeah, I had my manacy at like 6 years old. I almost drowned. I just fucking accepted that shit.
dude.
I was just like, this is it, dude. I'm done. And
I hit the same thing
you
when I was
look
like
up
9.
and you see the sun coming out. You're
yeah.
like, this is it.
I was at Georgetown and I was just swimming in the lake with a bunch of people and I just swam away from them and could not swim anymore and I was in the middle of the lake, so it's like, all right, this is where I go.
I went to a park.
And you just laid there and you're like,
Yeah.
all right, it's nice,
Yeah, I like-
peaceful.
It was. You accept things so quick. It was like with I'll tell you my little death story, but it was like the same idea of all the people in Hawaii when there was that missile crisis.
Mm-hmm.
They all just accepted it. Like everyone was super calm. They're like, I'm gonna die, so I'm just gonna
Yeah.
continue doing what I'm doing, or I'm gonna go see my family member, or whatever, or
Yeah.
like
I would have
record
hopped on a
videos.
boat.
Well, you can't. Like, you're not gonna be able to get out of the way in time because it's a nuke, right? So Hawaii's small enough to where the whole thing would be gone. And so one guy, like, he recorded himself. He's like, I'm just gonna play golf till I'm dead. And that's what he did. And then it turned out it was false. But like, people are they were so quick to just accept that this is how it is, and I'm just gonna make the most of it while I can, and I'm gonna call my family.
What
see my
would you
family, or
What
do
would you
this.
guys do if you only had 5 minutes left?
I'd accept it. Do
What,
What
are
would
you
you
supposed
do?
to do?
what would I do? What
If
would
you
I
were
do?
just sitting in your room doing nothing.
and I got a call that said I had 5 minutes to live,
There'd definitely be the guys that would bust a nut, the last nut.
I'd go
bust
try
a
and
nut.
rob a bank before my 5 minutes is up.
See, I wouldn't want to do. I don't know. I guess you
Try and go do some crazy thing really quick.
Either you do like family stuff, or
No.
you would just be like, fuck it, I guess. Like if you have a crush, you're like, I'm gonna tell her. What do I
Yeah,
gotta lose? I'm
yeah.
fucking dead. I'm gonna tell her.
Run over to her house really
Yeah.
quick. Yeah.
Something like that, probably.
You have to live those last 5 minutes. You should live. You should live every day like you only have that day.
That's
I
the
guess.
idea. That's
yeah,
hard to do.
that's the
You know what I
idea.
would do? I would just lay down and chill.
Yeah, that's what some
Yeah,
people did.
accept
They
it.
just like they just
Kick my
recorded a
feet
video
up.
and they're like, this is my last 5 minutes.
I would go to my playlist and just scroll,
Pick a song.
land on a song, play that song, and
like
just
if today was
chill.
your last day by Nickelback.
Yeah.
Start jamming out.
Yep.
That'd be pretty sick. Yeah.
I'd listen to "I Knew You Were Trouble" by Taylor Swift
True.
twice.
Dude, touch me while you play GTA. Hardest line in any song.
I would probably be funny to prank call a place that like hasn't gotten the call yet. like hasn't
Especially if they
gotten,
have
like,
gotten the call and you
message
call them and they're like, "Oh, what if it's somebody important?"
yet.
You're like,
It's like-
"Is your fridge running?"
it's like, hey, what's up, you fucking pussy?
And you just hang up.
It's
You just fuck with them.
like, what the fuck?
Your last 5 minutes.
You're just calling people. Your mom comes in and she's like, honey, you're like, Mom, get the fuck out! Mom, get
Start
out!
yelling at her. Still.
I'm trying to do something. Honey, we're all gonna die. Mom, get out, dude.
I'm trying to get the last nut in. Stop. You're making this hard.
Jimmy, put your dick away.
Try to
Come
with
spend
your
time
family.
Come
with
spend
us.
time with us. We're all gonna die. We have to die together.
No! Your dad comes in fucking crying. Put your dick away, Jimmy. You're like, no, Dad. You're just still going crazy with it,
You
dude.
would, I mean, I don't
Leave
know.
me alone,
They
Dad.
just accept it. I think would they have like an hour? So it was like 30 minutes. It was something like they didn't have very long.
Oh, dude.
And they just were like,
I
"This is
would,
it."
if I was alone, bust a nut.
I think
Probably.
there'd be people who do that. Yeah,
On people.
you're people.
I might do it.
I don't think I would, but I can definitely see the.
I would try to order. I would try to order a pizza.
I mean, fuck, you can go down there. You just take one yourself. They're not gonna do anything. It's
No, you
30
know,
minutes
I would
left.
still. I would try. Hey, can I get a meat? Sir, do you know what's going on? Yeah. Can I get
This is my last pizza, motherfucker. You
a?
better hurry the
It's
fuck
my last
up.
pizza order ever.
And remember, if it's not here in 30 minutes, I get a refund.
Why
Yeah,
are you
yeah,
still
yeah.
at work?
Yeah, true. Who's
Why are
answering
you,
that
why are you
phone?
still
It's
at
like,
work?
Why
if
are you
you're
calling?
bugging
And
about
it's
it?
like, because you're here, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, if they answer, they answer.
True.
It's like, do you not have any family? No, I don't.
No, I just want some pizza, man.
It's like, I really like Domino's, man.
See, I'm not a big pizza guy.
I love pizza, dude.
I'm weird, and I guess like pizza and popcorn, I don't like all that much.
I have popcorn has gotten less likable to me since
Same.
I've grown up.
It just gets
Dude.
stuck in your teeth, and it's not that
Mhm.
good.
Me and my
It's in
sister used to
candy.
eat popcorn all the fucking time, and now I can't remember the last time I've eaten popcorn. I don't really like
It's just
it
so
anymore.
fatty.
Yeah. Not even that. I just hate the feeling. Like I don't even like the feeling of eating it anymore. Like
I'll just take my
that-
candy.
yeah,
and then
I'm
I'll
a
take
big
my
chip
big
guy.
drink.
yeah.
I like soda. Soda's my thing. I drink a lot of diet soda, a lot of Coke Zeros.
I
I'm a
like
big chip
I like
guy.
cookies.
I like
Cookies are my
candy a lot.
thing.
I like any chip.
Yeah,
Chips are good.
chips are gas.
There's no chip I don't like, I bet.
To me, it's good drinks and candy. Anything else, I like it, but not as much as those.
I'm a big Thanksgiving dinner guy.
Really,
I,
like
love
Thanksgiving
Thanksgiving dinner.
Thanksgiving's probably
and
one
Christmas
of my favorite
dinner.
things.
I
They're
love a
pretty
good-
much
I
the
love a good
same.
ham, dude, for Christmas.
I'm not a big ham guy. I'm
Oh,
a
I
big
love
turkey
ham.
guy.
My
See, I'm
family
the other way
never
around.
never did the big Christmas dinners. We only did big Thanksgiving dinners,
Mm.
and then every now and then we would do like
You've
a
lived
New
a
Year's.
sad life.
Yep.
We do big Easter dinner, big Christmas dinner, big Thanksgiving dinner.
Damn, I never
Oh,
really
nice.
did a big Easter dinner. Mild Easter dinner. Never big.
We just had ham again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Ham
usually.
Not a
chips.
big ham guy.
My mom makes
Me
good
neither.
ham.
Me neither, really. I'm not a really big ham guy, but
I like
I'll
ham on
eat
like
it.
so
breakfast
juicy.
sandwiches, but like ham on its own.
Well, like and
We
that's the
get
thing. It's
ham,
different. It's
you
like
like-
a thick slab of ham.
Yeah.
But
it's like
still,
that's a
I'm
little
just-
different than just a nice thin slice of
Yeah.
ham.
My mom makes such good ham. It's so juicy and it's so fucking good.
Yeah, my mom makes really good ham too. We only have it on Easter, and it's just the ham. So
Yeah.
it's not that big of a dinner, but it's a big ham. So it's
So yeah,
like,
we get ham. We do like mashed potatoes and like corn. And
I think all we do is like ham and green beans and stuff like that.
No.
I don't like green beans
Yeah.
all that much.
I love green beans.
I like
I'm a
don't know.
big green
I like
bean guy.
Yeah.
I like
I
green
like
beans,
asparagus.
but I don't like canned green beans.
Oh, okay.
I like good green beans.
like
I
the
like
natural
asparagus.
fresh. I want
Yeah,
fresh stuff.
I like asparagus a lot more. Like nice salted,
Asparagus is good.
cooked asparagus.
asparagus is good. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I
Nope.
fiend for that shit.
Only other things I really don't like are like olives, tomatoes, and pickles.
Yeah.
Literally anything else, I'll eat the fuck out of.
That's
Those
Yeah,
three
I don't-
things I hate.
I don't like olives.
I
I like
love
I like
those.
tomatoes.
I
and
like
pickles.
black olives. I hate green olives, man.
Hmm.
Just, I don't know why.
I don't like any of them.
Me neither.
No
I don't
I
like,
tomatoes,
like
any
no
black
olives.
olives. I like mushrooms. I hate onions.
Oh,
I hate
love
tomatoes.
mushrooms, I love onions.
Yeah, you're really picky. You don't like a lot of stuff.
But I do like a lot of stuff.
True.
I'll eat
So
anything
fuck
else.
you.
I mean, I like.
Maybe
I just.
not
I guess
raw
I
baby
call you
squid.
picky because I'm not picky. The only thing I really don't like is like certain things. Like I don't like olives, but I'll eat them if there's like olives on my pizza. I won't
Yeah.
pick them off my pizza. I'll just
Mm.
eat it. I don't. The only meal I don't like is like I think chicken pot pie. I don't know why. I
So
just don't
sad.
like it. I
That's
don't know
sad.
why.
And
I
then
don't like those cheap vegetables.
see, I hate
Yeah.
that. Like if I go to a fast food place, I can't get the veggies there because they're gross.
Exactly.
But anywhere, like if it's fresh, it's so fucking good.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And like the only thing I couldn't eat in Japan was fermented soybeans that were sticky.
Yeah,
Those
that
are
shit
gross.
sounds
Natto.
fucking
Sounds
That's
disgusting.
gross.
horrible. And then there was like baby squid, like on sushi, so it was raw.
Did you ever have to
Sounds
eat
great.
any like live fish or anything like anything that was alive still?
No, I would have, but no. There's nothing
Damn.
that I got to eat. Like
Because I
that.
know there's things where you can eat
Some
like a
things, they're, like-
squid live and stuff like
I
that. that's
would
still alive.
puke my absolute fucking guts out if I felt something moving in my mouth while I was eating it.
Well, like there's some things I don't know if they necessarily do anything that's like it's alive, but it'll be like it was alive 2 seconds ago.
Yeah,
until
and
we took
it's-
it off the grill.
Yeah, and a lot of fish and stuff still move when they're
Sometimes.
brain dead.
Yeah.
At least like they'll still move their
Their muscles are
legs.
moving, yeah.
Yeah.
I would hate that shit.
Oh, it was pretty fun. Like the fresher it is, it's so good.
That's good.
Because if it looks weird, it's so good. Like
Good
I,
listen.
I'm, this might be a big Montana hate thing, but I did have sashimi.
Was it good?
Really good. Same
Ooh.
chicken sashimi.
What does it
Nice.
taste like?
Just good. I don't know. It was like a really kind of like a more bitter meat. And then like chicken
Nice.
sashimi. You think you're not supposed to eat raw chicken over there? You can. So good.
Weird.
So good.
Damn.
Weird.
Yeah, you never really think about eating raw chicken or anything.
No, you
like that.
can't.
Yeah, they
You
literally
lie.
tell you.
You can't
yeah.
hear.
Yeah, but over there they do. It's so good.
Interesting, man. Different world over there.
Mm-hmm.
Pig heart, chicken cartilage, all sorts of weird, cool stuff. And I had a lot of different kinds of raw fish. It was so good.
Crazy.
Nice.
Definitely.
I couldn't imagine.
Yeah.
dude. Especially like going over there.
And it was all delicious though. Like the weirder it sounded, the better it was.
Interesting. Yeah, I bet the freshness of it's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I
Especially
still
when you come
know-
back to Montana and I hear people like, "Oh, the Safeway sushi's so good," and I'm like,
No, it's not.
It's so
Yeah.
fucking gross.
Yeah.
Even like when I went to, I don't know if I already said this, but when we went to San Diego, we come back here and eat the Mexican food here. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
This is horrible.
Dude, California Mexican food's good.
So good.
I only ever had it
So
once while I was down
good.
there.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I really want to go to
insane.
like Texas and try all their food too. Cause I hear-
Texas barbecue
Texas
goes
has
crazy.
Oh
for
man,
some
some
yeah,
of
of
the
like,
best
like
food.
Southern barbecue.
Oh yeah.
Like when I was in Florida, the barbecue.
Or like
so
just like their
good.
seafood, like the crawfish. and
So
Oh,
shit.
good.
my
Yeah, like
fucking
crawfish
God.
and catfish.
There's
and
this place down
swordfish.
there in
Oh.
Houston called Lotus Seafood.
Mm.
I follow him on Instagram, dude. Oh my fucking god, dude.
We went to
So
Oregon, and I'm not a big seafood guy, but there's this seafood restaurant we went to, and it was so good. It was
Mhm.
right, like literally, like a dock with
Yeah.
boats and everything,
Yeah.
and there's just a restaurant right there, right
Yes.
next to the water, and you're like, damn.
We did that in San Diego. I got like a poke bowl. It was so good. And like in Florida, I catfish and swordfish and all that. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
And then even like a Euro, I had a really good Greek food down there. I come back here, I'm like, what is this? This is horrible. People are like, oh, it's so good. I'm like, no, it's not. You have to go other places.
Yeah, dude. shit's
Montana's not the
wild.
place for good food. Unless you want
Oh,
good diner
definitely.
food.
Unless you want,
fucking not.
unless
You want good
you want
diner
like
food,
steak.
you're set.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
want steak.
Our fresh seafood comes from Alaska.
It's not
And
even
it's like,
fresh.
dude, that's a fucking.
I work at
world away.
UPS. That shit ain't fresh.
Fuck no, dude.
Hell no. It's been packaged for a while. And it
Exactly.
eventually gets here. It's not fresh.
Fuck.
Dude, chill.
It's frozen in the box.
Chill.
All the boxes are frozen. They have like nitrogen in them and stuff, and they're frozen.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and like they're not fresh, but the boxes say fresh seafood on them.
I imagine. Yeah.
No, it's not. If it's been packaged for more than a day, it's not fresh.
Yeah.
Definitely not, dude. You have to be right by the ocean if you want fresh seafood.
And when you are, oh,
Doesn't
man,
matter what time we
So
live in.
good, like fresh
Ooh.
crab and
Until
fresh
actual
lobster.
teleportation gets invented, you're not eating fresh seafood.
Not here.
Yeah.
Any place I've gone here is just not good.
Yep.
Other than like I said, diner food. Oh, we have good diner food.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Diner food's good.
Yeah,
Some traditional American cuisine.
yeah. And that's why it's good.
Burger, eggs.
How do you fuck up a burger?
Yeah,
Literally.
dude. It's impossible.
And then we're getting that Chick-fil-A soon. That's big. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, dude, that'll be sick.
I like Chipotle and stuff.
Dude, I'm most hyped for the Chipotle.
Chipotle is gonna be
It looks so good.
gas.
Yeah, dude.
I wish we didn't get Jersey Mike's. We got like a good sub place. But
Me too.
Yeah.
none of our sub places
But
are very good.
At least
Jimmy
it's something
John's,
new.
Jersey Mike's,
I
and
hate Jimmy
Subway.
John's.
Jimmy
Yeah,
John's is
they're all
great.
mid. They're all mid.
Subway's the only place I still go. and I don't go there
but
very
Subway's
often.
mid still.
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
I'll eat a Subway sandwich. I'll be like, this could be so much
It'd be way better. Yeah, no, because
They used to be way better too.
I miss fucking Paul Bunyan's.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Paul Bunyan's was
Mhm.
really good.
there's a place called Publix that I've been to, and they're like a big like bougie grocery store, but they did
Yeah.
sandwiches like big
Yeah.
ones, whatever subs, and you could get a just 12-inch sub for like $9-10, and it was
That's
the
not
best
bad.
sub I've ever had.
That's dope.
Yeah, but it's all Eastern stuff. You have to be in the East for that.
Yeah, that makes
You
sense.
can't get it here.
Yeah.
It's all and all the sub chains are bad.
Yeah, it's fucked. Fuck the West.
Like I'd fuck up some good McDonald's or Taco Bell any day, but the sub
That's the
places are
shitty.
not good.
That's the
Yeah.
shittiest part about Montana, dude. There's nothing good here outside of like what's good everywhere.
Yeah, no. If you want any sort of maybe good food, it's not here. You have to go to like Bozeman,
Missoula.
Billings,
Mm.
Missoula.
Yep.
Which sucks.
It's fucked.
Yeah, and even then, all the good food we did have here eventually just
People
gets
don't
shut
eat.
down
Yeah,
because
people
people
don't
don't
go
eat.
They just go to their same place.
They go to McDonald's and Wendy's.
Pork Chop John's is so good. If Pork Chop John's ever closed
Oh,
down, I
yeah.
would kill
It'd
myself.
be done.
I don't
What are you supposed
think
to do
so,
like
yeah.
that? Like Royce's? Like, what are you gonna do? It's over.
I always
I
thought
mean-
Royce's was all right.
Royce's is good. They're just too expensive.
Yeah, they've
They're
gotten way
expensive.
too overpriced over the years.
They have an Arctic Circle over in Ennis that I used to go to every week because I used to work over in Ennis. for a
Tastes
while.
exactly the same.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It was so good, and it's a little cheaper than Royce's, but the chicken is so good.
Yeah.
And you're like, damn, I wish we had something like that, not an hour and a half away.
Mhm.
Yeah, everything's so far. It sucks.
Oh.
That's another reason. I'm like, fuck this, man. I'm just gonna go somewhere else.
Yeah, I went to
wish-
Helena this weekend just to go to decent places.
Yeah. I wish we had like a Red Robin's too, because I used to go to Missoula, and when we go to the mall there was a Red Robin's
Yeah.
just in the mall, and now they don't even have that at the Missoula Mall. But I'm just like, damn, I
Yeah.
wish we had better restaurants and stuff here.
Mhm.
I used to live in Missoula. We would go there, and that shit was gas.
Red
I mean, I was a
Robin's is
kid though.
Yeah, I
so
mean,
don't
it's
know how good it
every
was,
every
but-
time you eat out as a kid is fucking amazing.
Like,
but
holy shit!
but
All the sugar in here is so
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Oh my god.
I always just remember Red Robin's as always being good. So I wish we got that or like an Applebee's. I know they're mid, but it's better than
I've always wanted to try
Most
Chili's.
is
Chili's good.
There's a good
I hear
Chili's in
that's
Helena.
mid, but it's cheap.
Yeah.
I was in Helena. I wanted to go there, but
should.
forgot to.
It's tradition.
that
every
it
time I go there.
existed.
It's pretty
I
good.
wish Helena still had what's it called? Not Helena. It's either Bozeman or Zula. Who Hut.
I love
Oh,
Who Hut.
I forget where it was at, but
Who Hut's really
it
good.
was so
It's in
good.
Missoula.
It's not there anymore.
Is it not?
Mm-mm.
They have one in it's either Coeur d'Alene or Spokane because they're kind of connected.
Yeah,
One of those, they have a good Who
I
Hut
fuck
there.
with places like that, dude.
They're so nice
Oh yeah,
because they're not too big. Because all the big cities in the U.S. kind of suck ass.
yeah.
But it's not too big, but it's still big enough where there's plenty of stuff to eat and do.
I love a place where there's like, they're creative with it. Like they'll cook your shit in front of you, and you get to choose your own portions.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and they let you pick. Oh man, that's so good. Like you basically
Yeah.
make a plate or a bowl, and then you give it
Yep.
to him, and he fries it up for you.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't me, you, Vil, and Dean go eat at the Hoo Ha's in
Yeah.
Missoula before they closed?
Yep.
Yeah, it was amazing.
They're so good.
That
and then
one's
they
not
close.
there no more.
Of course they closed. They had
Because
to
they're good.
because they were
Yep.
good.
If it's good, they close. Another thing that's good here is like the things we named. I like Taco del Sol a lot too
Taco del Sol is really
because
good.
it's cheap and it's good.
Mhm.
It's very very good.
I like no, I was gonna say Pita Pit, but they've fallen off
I don't go to Pita
recently.
Pit ever.
Yeah,
I've
they
never
used
liked
to
it
be really
either.
good. I don't know what happened, but
That It's Greek to Me place had pretty good euros.
It was okay.
It was all right.
Oh. It's hard to get.
Pork Chop
consistent
John's is my
sauce.
favorite restaurant here, man. Truly. Have you ever had
Mhm.
Mr. Dogs?
Mr.
have.
Dogs
Mr.
is
Dogs is
good.
Mr. Dogs is really
That's
good.
really good, and I like Oasis too a lot. And
Oasis,
Annie's,
yeah.
Oasis, yeah, I eat there.
Annie's
all the
is
time.
really good.
Those are both good places.
Yeah.
But they're all diner food,
Mm-hmm.
and so.
All of it's diner food.
And then if you want a really overpriced burger and coffee, you can always go to Blacksmith too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
dude.
real.
Blacksmith is crazy with
Because if you ever decided that you wanted to have coffee with your burger,
their. Yep.
there you go.
Yep.
Best pairing.
Fucking insane.
If I talk about Chili's, dude, they dip that shit. They have a cheese dipped burger that's just covered in cheese. And they
I
bring it
would
to you.
100% eat that shit.
It's oh man, you feel so fat.
I bet, but
Fuck,
I
it's
don't give
good.
a fuck. I would eat the
Yeah.
absolute shit.
I love
of
like
that.
good shit diner food like that, even though it's like a Mexican
dude.
style restaurant.
Me too. Is that camera still recording? Is that red light on?
Yeah.
Okay, bet.
Oh, sick.
Just
Fuck
making
yeah.
sure.
That one's still on. So
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, no, dude. I fuck with diner food. It just gets so old, dude.
Yeah, no, I love like Thai food and Japanese food and like actual Chinese food.
Remember that Kobe place that used to be here?
Yeah, I never went.
I went there once. I got their shrimp and rice just because that's like the only thing I was like, this is probably like the only thing I could rely on being like decent, you
Was it
know?
good?
It was all right.
That's the thing. I went to
No flavor really at all.
Yeah, I went to a
Yeah.
place in Helena and I was like, oh, Japanese food. I'm like, I'm gonna go there soon. Let's try this.
Yeah.
This kind of sucks. I hope I don't hate the
You
food.
kind of like try it for the
Yeah.
flavor, you know?
And then I went to Japan. I'm like, oh, is this what it actually tastes like? And I'm like,
Yeah.
no, it's actually really good here. Like
Yeah.
Montana doesn't have that good authentic shit. Or,
Yeah.
like I want like the authentic like Korean food, Thai
Well,
food.
exactly.
I love Asian.
And like if they like do have like they'll just cook the flavor out of everything. Like the shrimp, like it was dry as fuck, didn't
Mhm.
have any flavor
Yeah,
in
because
it
you
at
need like
all.
actual
Really.
chefs from
You know,
that place.
exactly,
You
and
don't
the
want
rice
some
was
white
just
dude down the road.
Exactly, dude.
You want that good stuff.
And,
I want
like,
if I go to a Mexican
Have you ever had
restaurant,
pecan here?
I haven't 'cause it's so overpriced.
Pecan's all right, but it is overpriced as fuck.
So
But the
overpriced.
portions they give
Are
you
they good?
is crazy, actually, dude.
I
Holy
like my
fuck.
good dog shit Asian buffet.
Yeah, that's fair. Get anything with rice at fucking pecan. Not pecan. No, oh, it wasn't pecan. It was fucking Soho.
As I've been to Soho. Soho's
Soho.
good. Yeah.
Soho will give you a whole fucking bowl of rice.
Yeah,
with your
Soho's
shit,
good.
dude. I love
like-
Soho.
but it's also
that's what I
really
that's what I
expensive.
meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're pretty expensive too.
You know, when I go to a place, I want to look at the guy and he doesn't know what the fuck I'm saying. I have to point on the menu what I want.
Yeah.
That food is so good.
Oh fuck yeah, dude.
'Cause they don't speak English all that well,
Mhm.
but
That's how Soho is, dude. That's
Mhm.
why I like it up there.
so
You
good.
go in and you're the only person in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you are. It's so weird.
So nice.
There's a place in Bozeman called like Los Rocos.
Yeah.
You go in there, they don't speak English. It's Mexican, so good.
Yeah.
'Cause they don't speak English. You're like, oh damn.
Those places are the best.
They are.
You know.
I want the person to understand what I'm saying, and if that is, then it's good. If there's some white dude, then no, it's probably not
Yep.
very good.
Yeah.
Dead ass.
Unless he's like, I trained there for 20 years. I don't want your food, dude.
Yep.
And so, but Montana, you can't get that really. Sucks.
Yeah. I hate living
Yeah,
in a place
Montana's
like
just
this.
in a weird spot in the country where it's just like, well, not even in the country, in the continent, where it's just basically right in the middle. So we
Yeah.
don't anything that's like imported. It just takes so long to get here.
Mhm.
That's not even fresh anymore. And then the other thing is, I don't even think there's a place in Montana. We don't have like a Chinatown or a Koreatown or anything like that.
For me, if I was gonna live, like, cause I want to live somewhere, obviously, I'd want to either live in a big city, but all the big cities here suck,
Yeah.
or I'd want to live in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, but all that's really expensive here.
Yep.
That's why I'm like, I'm just gonna go
Montana's just an
somewhere else.
expensive state, dude.
Well, anywhere in the U.S. now,
Yeah.
it's way too much. That's why I'm just like, fuck this. I'm gonna go somewhere else.
That's.
you go to a really nice big city
I
and
think about
anywhere
that
else,
shit all the
and their big cities
Yeah.
are super nice.
Mm-mm.
Other than like Paris, we don't fuck with Paris.
Yeah.
But all those
fucking-
big cities in other countries are super nice.
Or
you
London.
could buy rural, and it's so cheap.
I know, like when you look at Italian rural fucking shit. Oh
Hey,
my
you can buy a
God.
$1 house in Italy.
Dude,
That's crazy.
You could
All have to
buy
do is
like a
renovate it.
fucking like 15-acre fucking like 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom fucking house, like
Yeah.
fucking kitchen, for like $150,000, and you're like, what?
Here, that's
the
like
fucking
$2,
shit,
$3 million.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Dude.
I'm broke.
What?
I can't afford $2 or $3
And it's like
million
fucking an
US.
hour outside of Sicily, and you're like,
Mhm.
what,
Yeah.
dude?
That's the kind of shit I'm talking about. So I'm like, fuck. Like, I'll go move to Japan. I'll go move to Italy. I'll go.
Do what
Move
the
somewhere
fuck?
else.
Move pretty
Exactly,
much
bro.
anywhere else.
The
Yeah.
fuck?
Especially since like Italian's supposed to be pretty similar to Spanish, and so it shouldn't be too.
And
hard
most
of a-
people in Italy speak English. Too.
Yeah, like
So touristy.
and they
there.
really want people to from America to come down once the election happened. They're like, oh, you don't like it? Come here. Here's $1
Yeah.
house. All you have to do is renovate it. We'll help you get set up in your
Mhm.
job and your citizenship and everything.
Yep.
Because they want people to live down there. Because a lot of those smaller cities are losing people.
Yep, because a lot of people are moving out because like
Because
the
they
whole
want to go to like
immigration
Sicily
thing.
and Florence and all those.
Yeah.
And so I was looking at that too. I'm like, I might want to live in Italy, dude. The food, Italian food
Italy's
might be the
not
best
bad.
food in the
Oh
world.
I
my
love
God,
Italian food.
And so it's like, fuck.
Pasta.
I might have to
pizza.
go live there, and all their coffee's really, really good.
Yeah. I'm not a big coffee guy, but just Italian culture in general.
It's
so
so
fucking,
cool.
oh, dude.
Like the arts, and then obviously like they have a big moped. I like mopeds. I fuck with mopeds,
Mopeds
a
are
lot.
dope.
They have a big moped culture down there too. Like that shit's so cool.
I like Italian cars too.
Yeah. And so that was a high on the list. I always thought Spain would be cool. 'Cause I like their food.
Italian has a
culture.
lot of their like old history intact too.
Mhm.
Rome,
Yeah.
all that shit, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Probably over touristy as fuck, but,
But still,
when you're living there, why not? It's a pretty small country.
Who
you can do
gives a
whatever you
shit?
want. Yeah.
you wake up, that's what you see every day.
That'd be fucking awesome.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, no, a lot. I like that old architecture too. It actually has
Yeah.
like personality and culture.
Yeah,
to
those
it.
like
Yeah.
old
A big
cathedral
building.
type shit.
Dude, that kind of stuff is so cool.
hmm
And then you go to like a big city here, and it's skyscrapers.
That old Gothic architecture.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Even like Greece and stuff is so fucking
Oh yeah,
cool.
dude,
and
Greece
pretty.
is dope.
And all their architecture. looks so
Athens.
good. Yeah.
That shit.
So that's why.
The island of
where
Crete,
to go.
super cool too. All
Mhm.
those white villas.
Yeah, it's
Shit's
so pretty.
beautiful. Oh my
There's so
God.
many pretty places you can go in the world.
Oh yeah.
The
And
United
so much
States is
cheaper.
low key.
It's good.
Not one of them.
It was pretty cool. Like New York was so cool.
If you want
and
to
they ruined it.
experience, I think if you want to experience like a broad like natural landscape,
Mhm.
doing a road trip throughout the United States
Would
is
be
a
really
cool
cool.
thing.
Oh
to do.
yeah.
But if you're trying to see some cool, beautiful cities, besides
here.
New York, I don't think there's really any good places
No,
to go.
and even then, New York's kind of bad now. It's so
Exactly.
overpriced.
And the thing about New York is it's also kind of ugly in a lot of ways too.
You have to be in the nice parts, which is
Yeah.
expensive.
Exactly.
Where before it wasn't like that.
Yeah.
And like San Diego is pretty nice. That's probably the last nice place in California,
Yeah.
and other than like anything NorCal. But
California's just
It's
basic
expensive.
though.
it's expensive.
Yeah. I mean, unless you're on like one of those California beaches.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true.
But I don't know. I think places like Europe and just
It's just cool.
even like Asia,
Dude, Asia's
Russia
so
has
cool.
so much more to offer in terms
Dude,
of
Russia's
like
crazy. You want to talk about like
unique
cheap
city
land?
landscapes.
Yeah. Like the U.S. is really cool, but it's just way too expensive now. Where it's not even worth it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to live here if I have to fight for my life to be able to buy a house. Like that's not what I want.
It's just the United States is. I think the United States is a great place to start a business if you want to
Yeah.
start a business.
Yeah.
You have to be in the right part.
This is the
There you go.
business center of the world, 100%. And
'Cause
the
there's
internet
a
has
lot of
made it
freedom
even
for
like
it.
more so
Mhm.
all over like the broad landscape of the United States. You know.
We just have a lot of freedom
like,
for those kind of businesses to
Exactly.
thrive,
Exactly.
which is good.
Like if you want to make money independently here, it's a good place to live.
Mm-hmm.
If you can figure your way around
It-
like
yeah.
the fucking like fuck shit. and
But
the
like
this
middle
and the
class now
that.
is just not
Yeah.
the move anymore.
Yeah. Like if you wanted to be a middle class family, I don't understand why a lot more people aren't saving and getting the fuck out.
Mhm.
Well, a lot of them can't even save. It's paycheck to paycheck.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Especially if you already have kids.
And a lot of people
family.
just don't want to leave their family.
Shit's
Even like
wild.
mom, dad, whatever, they don't want to leave them.
Mm-hmm.
And to me too, like I'm very much what I want more than anything is like wife, kids, whatever. And I also want her to have the choice. If she wants to be a stay-at-home mom, then she can do that. If she wants to work, she can do that. And if I can't give her that choice because my job's shit, or even if I'm making a lot of money, we still can't make ends meet, then I'd rather just go somewhere else.
Exactly.
It's just not worth it.
Yeah, a lot of the financial freedom that this country kind of like
Because we had it, it was so good, and then
was like the biggest pro of living here.
mm-hmm. And then
It's
COVID
kinda
hit,
disappearing.
and- Yeah, because
Rapidly too.
when COVID hit, companies realized they could charge more, and people would buy it anyways.
Mhm.
And then they're like, "Oh, guys, look, inflation's happening, so we have to triple the price of mayo." I'm sorry, but that's just inflation. Oh, it only rose 20%. No, it rose
Yep.
150%. Mayo's now
Yep.
3 times as expensive.
A Big Mac, double the price now.
Yeah, now
Sorry.
now you can go to
Yeah.
either
Oops.
Oasis or McDonald's and spend the same amount.
Yeah, dude.
It's like that's crazy. That's way
Fucking
too fucking
insane.
overpriced. But then if you buy it on the app, you can get it really cheap.
Yep.
It's like okay, so you guys can
Yeah.
give it really cheap. You just don't.
It's just like only if we give you my information.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then they can sell that instead.
Yep.
It's like $1,000 per person.
Shit's crazy.
And so I'd rather just spend my money elsewhere, get a job elsewhere.
Oh yeah.
Especially if you
I
know
get
English
that.
and if you know English in another country.
Oh, you're
really
set.
well.
Yeah.
So-
Especially in most European countries.
Mm-hmm. Though with AI and stuff, who knows? Maybe that'll be not necessary anymore either.
Yeah, you could
Just
just have
translate
AI
instantly.
translate everything for you. If
That
you
like
need.
Meta sunglass shit that just came
Those are
out.
really cool. I mean, they're not to the point where they're actually useful,
Yeah.
but the fact that they're getting there,
Give it
is
10
so
years.
cool.
Give
Yeah,
it 10
exactly.
years.
Like 5-10
They
years,
will
it's
be
gonna
an
be so cool.
incredible technology.
Like obviously the Vision Pro looks stupid, but the fact
But-
that they made it and it is as small
Once
as
they
it is crazy.
Once they size it down,
it's gonna be crazy.
once it's something
And
you
it's
can
ex- and it's
actually,
affordable.
once it's actually something you can wear in
Yeah.
public,
Dude,
like
yeah,
actually like just a pair of like kind of like
Sunglasses.
Eventually-
weird looking sunglasses,
Eventually, yeah, it's just gonna look like a pair of glasses.
and it is going to be able to do so much, dude.
Mm-hmm.
So many people are gonna have it. It's just gonna be like just like an iPhones came out, and so many people. Are like, I'm not gonna get that.
Oh yeah,
That shit.
when the
My
internet
grandpa
came
has a
out-
fucking iPhone, bro.
Yeah, when the internet came out, everyone made fun of Bill Gates. Like that's never gonna. What the fuck? The
Exactly,
internet? That's so
exactly,
stupid. Oh, what, you can
exactly.
talk to people across the world. How fucking dumb.
Yep.
And now it's massive, and that's just how it goes.
That shit's gonna be same way, dude.
Yeah, I mean that's when the smartphone came out. People were like, that's fucking dumb. And now everyone
Mhm.
likes the smartphone. When AI came out, everyone's like, that's dumb. And now people are slowly starting
There's
to
a
come into
good reason why all of these massive companies are throwing like there's a good reason why like fucking Facebook, Apple, all these huge companies have their own fucking augmented reality.
Because
type
that's
shit.
that's the next step in the
exactly
chain. Yeah.
exactly.
AI and that
Like
are the next.
that's
step.
what's gonna replace cell phones and shit
Yeah,
like that.
100%. You're gonna have some sort of interface that's on your head,
No.
and you can just access your computer.
That's why
do
they're
everything
running
you
up their
can from
money
your
with the
head.
AirPod fucking re-releases and the this and the
Mhm.
that and the same iPhones over and over again, dude.
They're just waiting.
Because in 10, 20 years, dude, everybody's gonna just have that shit, or they're gonna have some fucking chip in their head
Yeah.
that they're fucking just sitting there, just fucking.
Yeah, you don't need a phone. You don't even have to do that. You just use your eyes. You use your
Yep,
brain. It's hooked up to your
literally.
brain. You just look at it.
Yeah,
And you
dude.
know what you want to do, and it's like that,
Give Neuralink 30, 40 years.
dude. If even, it could be
Yeah.
10, 15.
That shit
years.
wasn't even like a solid idea 10 years ago.
No,
Yeah.
and now like fuck.
Now fucking like what 2, 3 people have it and it works.
Yeah, and they're able
Some
to
dude
play
sits there and
games.
plays CS:GO with
Mhm.
it.
Yeah, and it plays like Mario Kart and whatever.
Yeah, dude.
Because technology is like an S curve. So you go across and you're stagnant, and then you have a huge jump, and then a stagnant, huge jump, and that's just how that's how technology goes. You see
Yeah.
that with like the internet happened, boom, and then now it's kind of like AI and this kind of stuff, and then there's gonna be a big boom, and that's kind of how it goes. And then it's exponential too. So that S curve gets shorter and shorter, and the big waves get bigger and
Yep.
bigger.
Yeah.
And so it's gonna explode at some point.
Yep.
If you look at from like the 1900s to now, the amount that we did between
It's
1900s and
insane.
now, how far we've come is crazy. Even if if
Absolutely
you compare that
insane.
from like
From any other
zero
time in
CE,
history.
yeah, from the
Yep.
beginning of CE until the 1900s, they're
Literally.
almost not comparable.
Yep.
The progress we've made in the past 130 years is
crazy.
insane. Like actually insane.
Yeah, and so I don't think Neuralink's even gonna take 30. We'll have to see.
Because in my mind, dude, I really genuinely think like the two biggest things like that came with like the advent of like the internet is like there's two things that like we use technology for: reality and then fucking entertainment. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when you're not like going to work and fucking like mowing your lawn and doing like real shit like hanging out, what are you doing?
You're
Gaming,
on your phone. On your
watching
phone.
movies,
Entertainment
on
or
your
business.
phone, scrolling through reels, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Shit like that, right? Like, I think augmented reality and simulated reality, like virtual reality, are the future.
I think
of
AR
all
is gonna be
that shit,
massive.
dude. AI too, dude, to
And-
like generate that type of
Dude,
shit.
I want full dive VR so fucking bad,
Oh,
where like you
dude.
can play a game like you're in the game,
Mhm.
so bad.
Well, think about it,
Oh,
dude. That's
man.
what
and
I
have
think
it actually
Neuralink.
feel real and not like super wonky.
That's
like
what
it
I
does
think
now.
Neuralink
Because you
will
can't
do
have lag
too.
in your brain. Fuck that.
Yeah.
You're playing a game and you're lagging like with your brain.
Oh,
With
that
your
would piss
brain.
me
Oh
off.
You're
man,
like,
that'd be
oh,
so.
That's what I
boring.
think Neuralink, because like
Can't
think about
move.
Neuralink. At first, it's gonna like right now it's being used for medical shit.
And they're putting it in their head.
obviously medical shit, that type of
Mhm.
shit, right? But eventually, it's gonna be recreational.
And eventually, it's not going
Right.
to be intrusive anymore. It's going to be something
Exactly.
you put on top of your face.
Exactly, and it's gonna be something fucking that you could literally just like fucking turn your brain off and go into
Mhm.
this different
Yeah.
world, and maybe even be convinced that this world is
You
some
already
real
have
fucking
people
world.
with AI girlfriends.
Exactly.
It's already a thing.
Exactly.
And it's going to get. This is as worse as it's going to get. And then it's just going to keep getting better and
Mhm.
better. Right now is
Yep.
the worst AI will ever be.
Yep.
And it's just going to keep getting better.
Yep.
And like the worstest that this technology will ever
Yep.
be.
Like it's truly insane, dude. Because I don't know, dude. Like the main thing with entertainment is like immersion. You
Yeah.
want to be as immersed as possible.
Mhm.
The best way to do that, dude, is convince you that that's like reality.
Literally put yourself into the thing.
exactly, dude.
You can watch a movie by being the main character.
Mhm. And then you come out of it and you're like, oh, holy fucking shit.
It's almost like a DMT trip, right? Where like you
Literally.
experience a different
Exactly.
life and you come back and you're like,
Mhm.
holy shit.
It's fucking wild. You go
Yeah.
to a different fucking place physically,
Mhm.
mentally, completely and totally. What it
Yeah.
feels like. It's like a completely out of body trip.
Mm-hmm.
Then you come back and you're like, holy fuck. I can't believe I paid $60 for that.
And the idea that you can almost in like the way that your brain perceives time can be changed with hormones and chemicals, and if they could control
Mhm.
that too, you could spend a week inside of a game and it'd be
Exactly.
10 minutes
Could you imagine how fun Warzone would be if you were just like actually there?
Like that'd be so
running
crazy.
around
Yeah.
and shooting and shit. Yeah, and then you've been playing for 3 hours and it's only been 2 minutes.
Yep.
You're like, holy shit! I have
Yep.
the rest of my day to do whatever
That's
the fuck
like
I
that's like the future, dude. Genuinely.
That's what it's gonna be.
Exactly.
But then you have to worry about companies wanting to take advantage of that too.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna
Yep.
work 5 days in 10 minutes.
Yep.
And that's how it's gonna be.
Yep.
So you have to worry about that stuff.
And that's gonna be what reality is, that augmented shit that like
Mhm.
Apple's
And a lot
coming
of
out
AR,
with right
yep.
now. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
you
Where
can
you're just like
text
fucking
people from your head.
putting some shit on and you're just fucking.
Yeah.
They're literally just fucking draining
'Cause-
your fucking brain
Because
power
even
and paying
now,
you for it.
yeah, even now you're
And
able,
with that, you pay for the fucking simulated reality
Yeah.
shit.
and
You're
even,
just feeding these corporations more and more money.
and even with it now you can look with your eyes and it can track where your eyes are, so it knows that when you're doing stuff with like your fingers, it knows what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And even the way they were able to do the Ray-Bans so well with the AR, like the way that they work, 'cause they have like a wristband with a lot of the technology in it too. And
Yep.
so that's how they know like what kind of movements you're doing with your hands. And so you can just do like this and it'll know exactly what you want to do because it can just feel all the different, it can kind of, I think it takes electrical impulses that your body's sending to
Yep.
use those things, and it takes that and puts it into it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're able to control stuff, and like you can live stream, you can text, you can call.
Insane.
And
dude.
yeah, and it's only going to get better.
And
It's
everybody's
cool,
gonna
but it's
have it.
scary.
Because at first, only rich people are gonna have it.
Of course.
Then it's gonna get cheaper and cheaper and cheaper, just like the iPhone.
Yep.
You will see some broke ass motherfuckers with iPhones, bro.
Mhm.
And if they don't have iPhones, they have some sort of smartphone.
They have something, yeah.
Yep.
Always, everybody does. The only thing there probably are going to be regulations on how much you can change your time perception.
Yep.
Yeah.
'Cause I imagine living 400 years
Oh.
fucks some people up.
Oh
right?
my god, dude!
So,
could you imagine?
You're gonna have some sort of regulation
I bet
for
that.
that.
Could you imagine? I bet. What do you think about like them doing prison sentences like that?
I've seen that.
like the idea of them like
You have a life
putting
sentence of
like a chip in your
137
brain, yeah,
years.
and they will force you to live that 137
Yeah.
years.
And then you're
just
one
done in an
fucking
hour.
like sitting.
Yeah, in like
Yeah.
1 hour, you're done.
And you
but
come
then
out
you're
and you're
done.
fucking insane, and they
Oh,
just
you
throw
would.
you in the fucking
You would
loony
be.
bin, dude.
They just throw you on
Literally,
the sidewalk. They're like, all
literally.
right, dude, you've been reformed.
Yeah, dude.
Because what they would slow down your time perception.
you
so
go
everything
out-
would be in slow motion for 100 and some years.
Yep.
And I can only imagine because your brain isn't going, so
Yep.
just your perception is.
And you go out there and you do some crazy shit again because you're fucking insane. You come back and they make you do another 400, dude, and
Yeah.
they throw you right out again.
Yeah, no, that is. I don't know if they'll ever do it, but we'll
Dude,
see.
oh my god, that would be the craziest shit ever.
Yeah,
Could you
sure.
imagine the wacky motherfuckers that would
Because you
produce?
wouldn't even need like a brain chip; it'd be like a hormone thing. you
How
put
many
in
years
people.
you done? 468,000. My brain's
It's like,
fucking
it's like, what,
fried.
you haven't stopped doing what you were doing.
Like,
You're fucking
literally,
stupid.
dude. Are you dumb?
Why are you still
It's
committing
like,
crime?
Yeah, I was dumb after year fucking 206.
Yeah, it's like when you sit there and it's like, oh, it's a 10-year sentence. Here you go.
Dude,
You
that
live
would
out
be
10
the
years
ultimate
sitting there for
fucking-
10 minutes.
Imagine getting a MIP and they make you do like a quick 10.
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro.
Even if it's like a week in prison and they make it like a week long, 10 minutes, you're like, oh my god,
Holy shit.
how that would fuck you up, let alone years.
Oh my god, dude. They do
Yeah.
a TV show where it's like, if you can make it 1,000 years, then you will win $2 million.
They would. You could like tap out at any
100%,
point.
dude. 100%.
Dude, nobody would last.
Oh my
Go
god.
crazy.
Oh my god,
you did
dude.
last,
But there would be
holy shit.
one guy, but then you would like win the money and
And he'd be so
fucking
fucked.
blow it all and then kill himself and then
Yeah.
they'd cancel the show
have
and
to.
shit.
Even like Chris Hansen got canceled because the guy killed himself.
Yeah, dude.
what
Holy
happened.
fuck, dude.
Be cool. But it's also scary, but it's also cool.
Could you
But either way,
imagine?
whether you like it or not, it's gonna happen, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because as soon as somebody sees you can make money, that's
Oh
it.
my god.
That's all she wrote.
That's gonna be the craziest shit, dude. Hey son, what are you watching? This guy tried to live like 20,000 years so he could win $500,000, but everybody thinks he's gonna kill himself. And right now, I got a $50 $50
Yeah, and
bet
everyone's
on
on.
if he's
Yeah,
gonna
everyone's
kill
on
himself.
Polymarket betting on whether or not he's gonna
Yeah,
last.
dude,
Holy
fucking like.
fuck.
Oh my god.
I would not be surprised. That's what people do. I mean, that was the Coliseum, basically, right? You bet on
Yep.
people and you watch them die.
And you know what's gonna be the craziest part about it? You'll be walking in, you're like, "Here, son. Here's a COD Black Ops XIX."
Mm-hmm. And then your son spends 2 weeks in there in 10 minutes, comes back, and he's a little fucked up now. 'Cause
You're
he's been in war for
Yep.
2 weeks.
Yep. Mm. You're
and like,
laying.
it fucks with your perception.
You're laying in your deathbed, dude. Your great grandson comes in and he's like, "Granddad, Grand Theft Auto 8 just came out."
and you're like, shit, hook me up.
Fuck
Hook me up.
Hook me up. Hook me up. Hook me up.
Hook me up, man. Yeah, I mean, the one guy, what is his name? Like Brian Johnsford wants to live forever, and he's doing all that weird, funky shit.
Yeah,
transfusions
that
and
like
all that.
fucking dude who's trying to like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think that'll probably be discovered before we die.
Yeah.
How to regress age.
Do you think it'll have to do with aborted fetuses?
No, I don't think so. I think they can figure out
That's
a
the
way not to do
wackiest
that.
shit of all time.
That's how you keep your skin young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
some
think
Oprah
it's-
shit.
Foreskin.
That's how stem
actually.
cells. That's what stem cells are.
Yeah.
Fetuses.
Yeah.
And I saw
Yeah.
something that
You
was
know-
interesting of like they would make pigs because pigs, their organs are super close to ours.
Yeah.
And they would just grow a pig from our DNA, and then you could have any organ that you needed, and it would be completely compatible.
Like a pig
for
heart.
Oh
you.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
That's
because
pretty
it's your
sick.
DNA,
Pretty cool.
and it wouldn't reject
I've
it.
heard of that for doctors.
Stuff like
yeah,
that.
they use it for like heart transfusions.
We
and
really
stuff
do
like
live in
that.
the beginning of the future.
We're very close to living forever and living inside machines.
I want to do this shit naturally, dude. I want to be one of like the last ones. You know?
Last ones, yeah. I get it. I don't know if you'd want.
Like I'll throw on like a headset that I could take off,
That's
but
the
I'll
thing.
never get no permanent
Yeah,
shit
no,
done.
that's where
Yeah.
I'm at.
I'm not
too.
becoming a fucking cyborg. I'm
don't
not
want, like,
interested in
Cyberpunk
that.
2077?
Yeah, dude. Fuck
Yeah.
that.
It'd be kind of cool.
Fuck that.
Get really strong.
I'm not getting an eye removed so I could be a superhuman robot.
Well, the problem is when it gets hacked, and that's when you're like, what
Yeah,
the fuck do I do?
dude.
Your brain gets
Like
hacked, it gets
Russia's just
fried.
like feeling extra naughty that day, and they're
Yeah.
just like, we're just gonna hack fucking the northwestern part of the United States,
all your brains are turned off.
and it's
Sucks.
like, I'm sorry, I killed my family tonight, but it wasn't my fault. It was Russia's,
yeah, they
and
hacked
that's
my
a
brain.
viable explanation.
And that's all.
That's a
all you can
world I
do.
don't want to live in, man.
That's the future.
The world's fucked up. The world's too fucked up to have the technology that it has its hands on, in my opinion.
We're getting to a point where it's gonna be a make or break.
Well, we
kinda
could have
thing.
destroyed this entire planet for a fat minute now.
Yeah. we
Since
haven't
the
done it
Cold
yet.
War.
Yeah, we haven't done it yet. You know, we're doing all right.
Mutually assured destruction, in my opinion, is one of the best things that's ever happened.
Well, and everyone has a big red button. Just depends on who clicks it first.
Yeah. But I feel like knowing that if you click that button, it doesn't matter because everything's fucked. Doesn't
That's what-
matter how much power you have before you click that button.
People
You're not going to
worried
have
Putin's
any
gonna do that.
afterwards.
People worried Putin was gonna do that.
See, I could see some crazy guy doing it.
Like Kim Jong
On his
He doesn't
way
have
out,
enough
he's
power to
like,
do
he
that.
knows he's fucked like on some Hitler shit. See, if a guy like Hitler had access to a big red button, I guarantee he would have pushed that shit.
He damn well might have. Yeah, I mean, he killed himself. Who knows what else
Yeah.
he would have done?
Like, if he had it right there next to his fucking, what did he swallow, a cyanide shit or
I thought
something?
he shot himself.
He shot himself, yeah. Right next to his gun, dude. I bet he would have done it.
He might have, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. And he said, "Well, I'm gonna nuke this place off the map. Be
Yep.
done."
Yep.
Especially the U.S.
Kill
is-
myself before these bombs hit.
Yeah,
Fuck these guys. If I can't have it, nobody can.
and there are people who are like that.
If Putin, see, I wouldn't mind if like nuclear warfare happened because literally everybody would die. Like the shitty thing about death to me is like if I died right now, I have family and friends that would miss me.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like if I had a family or friend die, I would miss them.
Yeah,
But if I knew everybody was gonna die, like if a meteor was gonna hit Earth and everybody was gonna be wiped out, it's like who gives a shit?
I just think people are cool. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
I
But
just want to see him keep going.
it takes away a lot of like the sadness,
Sadness of
aspect
it,
for me. Like
Mm.
it's obviously like that like want to live obviously is still there, but besides that, I don't know.
Something like when you kill yourself, it's like 6 people who will be affected the most.
Yeah.
It's like 6 people at least,
Yep.
even when you think there's nobody.
Yeah. I'd rather everybody die than like a couple family members die.
Yeah, I don't know. I always thought about like I don't know. About,
You know what I mean?
I don't know about that kind of stuff, but I've always thought like even if it was like I love my pets, I have cats, I love them, but if I had to pick between them and like a kid that I didn't know, I'd pick the kid, right? Just
To
because like,
die?
no, I'd pick the kid to live. Even like, I love my pets; they're obviously family, but like to me, I think the wider scope of how that would affect other people is bigger than like my pet.
My dog Jax, I would totally pick him over some kid.
Would
Clint,
you?
who
you
would
don't
you?
even live with Jax
I know,
anymore.
but I love him. Would you pick Stitch or some kid to live?
Probably some kid, because like what he just said, the only person that would genuinely care about
Kid
my
in the
dog dying
system.
is me.
Kid in the system. Parents are both like meth heads.
Well, even still,
God.
they're gonna get adopted or they're
Still,
gonna have
yeah,
fair,
it's just a
yeah.
kid, man. Like,
Okay.
what the fuck?
And like at the end of the day, you can say like, oh, you know, my dog's my kid, my cat's my kid, but you would
Mm.
care about your kid way more than everyone.
Exactly. Like, you don't have a kid. No, none of us have kids, so we don't know what that feeling's like. But
Yeah.
from everyone I've heard that has kids, the second the kid pops
I
out,
bet
that's
it
the
is.
That
thing
is
you
number
love the
one.
most.
I
That's
bet it
number
is
one.
the craziest feeling.
Yeah.
And like you would obviously pick your kid over your pet every single day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
So like, oh,
I
I'm a
have-
mom. I have 2 dogs. No, you're not a mom.
I've heard
You have dogs, that's
like
fine, but you're not a
multiple
mom, so you're
people
not a dad.
say like if my dog, I love my dog to death, but if he ever touched my kid, I would rip
That'd be
that
it.
dog apart,
Yeah, like,
like
you
literally rip it
wouldn't- yeah.
apart.
And so to me, I think people are more important than
Yeah.
animals.
Human
I
life.
respect that.
Oh, like
Unless they're like
for-
95. If they're like 95, my cat,
Oh yeah,
he's
who
getting
gives
saved,
a
bro.
shit?
Sorry,
Yeah.
dude. You're already there. But
Yeah.
when you're young,
What about a 40-year-old man?
That's still young. You're not even halfway
50.
there. You're just
Still
halfway there,
young.
right? Like you still have kids. You still or like you haven't even met your grandkids.
You're just
yet.
trying to make your
Okay.
fucked up thought about saving a dog. Okay.
Okay. Fair.
The cutoff's
He
like
this is what he
80,
does. He just
75.
makes a fucked up question and then answers it as honestly and fucked up as he can, and then he just pushes the question multiple
Until you
different
agree.
directions until you agree with what he said. Because he just wants to be right all the time.
That's not true.
I think it'd probably be like 70, 75 would be the cap. Or I'd be
Okay.
like, that might be where I'd stop and be like, all right, the cat's getting saved.
All right.
Sorry, buddy.
What if cancer's involved?
What's that have to do with anything?
Yeah,
Terminal.
Lots of
gonna die
people.
anyways.
Lots of people
Okay,
either die
fair.
or get cured from cancer. So
Fair.
it's like a 50-50 thing.
Fair.
Even if
Still,
even if it's terminal,
Fair.
yeah.
I don't know.
Fair.
You're pretty old.
Cancer's fucked.
It's bad.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go eat. We've been at this for like
Yeah, it's been
Two
like
and a half.
2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Do you have
It's a
any
good
plugs
one.
you want to do?
No, I mean,
Anything?
No plugs whatsoever.
Nothing?
there's Boobinator 21.
Boobinator 21.
awesome.
Snapchat, Instagram, yeah.
Spelled like Baconator, but with boobin.
With Boobin.
Spell boobin.
Yeah, Boobin. B-U-B-E-N.
You should change
BUBN.
that to boob in.
Ader.
Mm-hmm. Like boob in.
That sounds like it'd be hard to change.
Yeah, that probably would be,
I don't
honestly.
want to go through all the hoops.
But either way, Boobinator 21, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Shout out.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. We hope you enjoyed this episode of the FRiED Files. Make sure you check out the next one. Thank you, Xavier.
Yeah, thanks
Thank
for having me.
Pulling up, dude.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, of course. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah. Everybody,
sure.
make sure to tune in next Friday.
Subscribe, like.
Peace.
Thanks, everybody.